Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers, and happy Sunday and Mother's Day to everybody. Make sure you buy some flowers to your mothers. They carried you in their wombs for 9 months. They deserve a flower for sure. More than a flower. Just a reminder that it's Mother's Day, May 8th. So, on this live stream, we're going to talk about a little bit about PlayStation Now, and also the changes that are going to happen with PlayStation Now. Hey, Cameron, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing good, man. Hey, I can hear some echo when you turn on that microphone. I can hear myself. Let's see.
There shouldn't be. My TV is not on.
Yeah, I don't know why I can hear myself. Honestly, it's weird. Is there anything like that you have opened, two screens or something, or?
No,
Let me see. No, turn it back on. It's all right. I can manage. I'll manage.
Are you on the live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even have the live stream on yet. Hold on, I'm turning on the computer.
That's
now.
strange, though.
One second.
Don't worry about it, Cam, man. If you, I can manage.
But how's your Sunday going so far?
It's good. I sent some flowers to my mom and bought her some stuff. She received it already. I did that on yesterday, so it took a little while to get there. And then I played a little bit of that Metal Gear Guns of the Patriots last night. Played that. It was so great, man, to play it on PlayStation Now. People didn't even realize that it was on PlayStation Now till I actually mentioned it. They thought I was using some kind of PC emulator, very high powered.
Oh, okay.
That's what me and you were talking about. People can tell a difference. Imagine what they're gonna do once this new tier launches, and because people gotta remember this is just the beginning. Actually, as a matter of fact, I want to read something from Jim Ryan, if you don't mind, Cameron. This is the stuff that he said, because I want people to hear directly from him, not from me, so they understand that this is something that they're very serious about, and this is going to be a huge thing. Like me and you talked about, it's just the beginning. I know that there's some games leaving, but that's because of a licensing contract. But that could change easily once they jump up with this new tiers, and then they'll get those licenses back again from Konami and others, so, but we'll talk about that, because I don't want people to freak out. Oh my God, 50 games are leaving. No, they'll come back. It's just the contract has expired, but they're working on that. So let me read this. This is from Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. We're making fantastic progress with our launch efforts, and I wanted to update you on the latest. We are rolling out our new offering for PlayStation Plus a little earlier in select markets in Asia. That's interesting. Well, that kind of makes sense, because they do have a huge following, right, in Asia and Philippines and Japan, right? So it is Sony after all. Followed by Japan and those islands down there. Here is look at our update regional rollout schedule. Asia market, excluding Japan. This is just the Asia market, targeting May 23rd, 2022. And then they have Japan targeting June 1st. And then have America targeting June 13th. And then Europe, June 22nd. Hooray for USA. I'm sorry, bro. For North America, I mean.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
Europe.
yeah.
I'm kind of shocked, to be honest with you, that the Europe is getting a June 22nd. But you know, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. But anyway. And additionally, he says we're also expanding our cloud streaming services access to the following locations of total of 30 markets with cloud streaming accesses. Wow, that's a lot, dude. I mean, we'll talk about this later on, but that's a lot of markets, to reach out to the people who, let's say, maybe they don't even have a PlayStation, right? Maybe they just have a little tiny whatever PC or whatever laptop, bare bones, and they got internet,
Yeah.
and then like we talked about, which we will talk about, they can use a PlayStation now to play Metal Gear and all these awesome library of games through the cloud.
Yeah,
So
even the PlayStation 4 games they'll be able to stream.
yes, everything, even PlayStation Portable, as a matter of fact, PSP and Vita. Total of
If
30
you
markets with cloud streaming accesses. That's huge.
if you and if you think about it, like you were saying, if you think about it, this is almost like in a way where PlayStation is already moving towards a console-less ecosystem, right? Because if you have a
Yes,
PC, then you don't even need anything to play the game. You can just stream it off the internet, and I'm sure down the line they can adapt this to other devices. Like a long time ago we said in the future you could see your TV having built-in Game Pass or PlayStation Now built into your TV, and all you need to do is get a controller, right? And
exactly.
you can stream these games.
Yeah, not only that, but you'll be able like to have a choice. I think what he's gonna do, what they're trying to do, is give people a choice. Like, hey, we understand there's a shortage of chips, there's a shortage of PS5s. We get it, we understand that, we know the situation. So we'll give you a choice. Just sign up to our, PlayStation Plus, premium tiers, and if you got internet and you got just a basic laptop, like a basic, like down the mill, like a Chromebook or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
something basic. Uh, and you can go ahead and connect that little basic tiny little device to your TV, and you can play Metal Gear, you can play all these games and have fun, which is freaking amazing. Come on. I mean, yesterday I proved that on that. And if you watch that video with Metal Gear, you honestly, you won't be able to tell a difference. Actually, people were asking me, honestly, Cameron, and I was laughing. I know Martin was there. Like, is this through a PC? Did you get this? How did you get this? Where did you go? Which website? How did you modify it? How powerful is your PC? Like, no, dude. Directly from the cloud. But anyway, we'll talk
Yeah.
about that later. And did you hear the sound? How beautiful the sound? Dolby Digital was passing through that
Yeah.
cloud. But anyway, the following markets. This is what he says. Those are the 30 markets with the cloud streaming access. The following markets will also offer a premium tier from PlayStation Plus and Launch. Bulgaria, nice. Croatia, Czech Republic, Greece, Hungary, Malta, Poland, Republic of Cyprus. That's Greece, I believe. Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, the entire Balkans regions, and Eastern Europe, all of that. We've been working on this massive global effort to provide flexible options, quality games, and greater value for our members for quite some time now. And we're just a few weeks away from our first regional rollout. We want to thank our PlayStation community for the ongoing support, and we'll have more to share as we get closer to the launch. For more information, including pricing and all the other stuff, you can go to this. I'm going to click on it right now. But we already know the pricing and all that. But we'll talk about it. The highest tier obviously is going to be a little bit more expensive, but that's what you get. You get the best of the best with the best of the best, obviously, and that's what I'm gonna get. So it's not even that bad, but yeah, I'll tell people. Since we're talking about it, I'm not gonna leave people out of the loop. I'll tell them. The entry level is the PlayStation Plus Essential. This is the way for you to enhance your PlayStation experience with the core features, including online multiplayer access, 2 PS4 and 1 PS5 games to download every month, exclusive discounts, and more. So this is
Pretty much
about,
how it is now.
yeah, like
So that's
like
yeah.
$10, like really,
Yeah.
it's lesser than
Yeah.
what you call it, Game Pass. It's only $10, not bad. And then you have PlayStation Plus Extra, which is to enjoy all your essential benefits and explore a world of incredible gaming experiences with the game catalogs featuring hundreds of downloadable PS4, PS5 games, which is $14 a month, not $14.99, $15, which is not bad. Honestly, it's a pretty decent deal. And then this is the best tier, and this is why I believe that Sony will. Well, I don't know if they're gonna be shocked. Well, they shouldn't be shocked. I think this is the tier that everyone's gonna jump into because of a beautiful pricing. Check this out. PlayStation Plus Premium. Get all the benefits from the other plans. Time-limited game trials. Classic PlayStation games from the classic catalog. Cloud streaming to play hundreds of games. We're talking like 800 plus, thousands, maybe like 1,500, maybe even more by the end of the year, from each catalog without waiting for downloads. And only $18 a month, dude. That's a bargain, dude. And that's the one, I believe, the tier 3, that everyone's gonna be jumping on, because it's like people are gonna say, hey, I'm already paying $15 for the extra. What's $3 extra gonna do for me, right? I'm gonna lose $3, whatever, And
also,
yeah,
and also consider, they give you a better deal if you're willing to buy the whole year up front. I think if you look at it, says if you buy the year, I think you save like $20 or $30 for the year, something like that. For each package, they give you the option to buy the entire year.
But still, I mean, even $18 a month. Like, let's say you pay $120 a month. Well, let's say $128 a month. I mean, $128 a year. I'm sorry. Let's say you pay $128 a year. Let's say you're in Canada, it's Canadian, $128. United States.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's still a great deal considering the access that you are getting to the PlayStation world. You not only are you getting like close to like thousands of games that you can have at your disposal. Do you have thousands of games? I mean, I don't think I have 1,500 games sitting here.
No.
Larger and larger. By the end of the this year, next year, you'll have even bigger library. You'll have something like 3,000, 4,000 games of library to choose from classic games to PS2, PS1, PS3, PS4, and of course PS5 trials. So you'll be looking at and also PlayStation Portable, PSP from 2004, PSP,
Vita,
and Vita. You'll be looking at like an unbelievable amount. Actually, you're getting an access to PlayStation World, like their vault, like the Area 51 of PlayStation. Like you get access to all of their shit, And for that kind of money, honestly, that's to me the best bargain that you can get. And who has that many? I mean, you would need like a huge house, like a warehouse or something, to have that many games, right? And then you have to look for them, right? You have to look for them. You have to find them, right? You got to go through all that process. Here, you just press play.
Yeah, it's the evolution of gaming. If you have a console, that's gonna be like your friend to have with you to accompany the console, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure down the line, Sony and Xbox, if I was them, I would start to push package deals. Like if you buy a PlayStation 5, you get like 4 months or 3 months free of PS Plus tier 3 package, with the console.
Yeah.
Just to entice you,
Now
So
there's something. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's this thing that people have been asking me about, like why some games are leaving. Well, the third-party games, obviously, there's always going to be a contract licensing, right? So with a contract license, if Konami says, okay, your contract is expiring with us, you're only able to stream it till this year and this date, then Sony has to honor that. But it doesn't mean that Sony cannot, contact Konami and say, hey, Konami, hey, let's... And why wouldn't Konami do it? I mean, this is a big opportunity for Konami to get, the money. So say, oh yeah, we'll renew their contract. Okay, you want to put Metal Gear, the entire library of Metal Gear, including Guns of the Patriots? Sure. Not a problem. You want the Peace Walker from Portable, PlayStation Portable? Sure. Yeah, we'll put it on there. Just let's sign the contract again, and I'm sure Sony will do it in a heartbeat. So
Yeah,
this
that
can
happens with
change.
every
Yeah,
streaming
yeah.
service. Yeah,
The
yeah,
reason
even
I'm
with
saying
Netflix,
this,
movies
because
going.
because I don't want people to freak out. I don't want people to think, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never get a chance to play Guns of the Patriots and Metal Gear. Yes, you'll get a chance, but you have to wait a little bit, till they sign the contract again, renew it, and all that. So, and this is what me and you talked about. I know there's gonna be these negative nannies. Oh man, 50 games are leaving. What I'm gonna do now, man? They're gonna use an excuse. But like, dude. That happens all the time. That happens with the Game Pass. That happens with every company. But
Yeah, Netflix, Disney, everybody.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that those games won't come back. I'm sure Sony's gonna negotiate with Konami. They have actually a good relationship with Konami, as a matter of fact. They'll talk to them. They're in Japan. They'll negotiate with them. It shouldn't be a problem for them to make a deal again and renew the contract, because Konami, right? Konami owns the licensing of Metal Gear trademark, right? Metal Gear franchise. So sure, they can bring the Guns of the Patriots and all these other games, maybe even in a much better full glory, like the HD remastered versions and Guns of the Patriots. There's only so much you can do with that. It's a 720p upscaled to 1080p. But you're going to have a much higher bit rate, so it's going to look as if you are playing a PlayStation 3 Guns of the Patriots directly at your home. But it's going to be through the cloud, obviously. But they're going to work around that to get even a higher bit rate, And if you watch that video, that I can showcase it here too. People will see that it looks amazing. So I wouldn't worry about that. And I know there's always going to be those negative nannies, Cameron, who are saying, yeah, man, some games are leaving, man. Yeah, well, that's part of how business is, But it doesn't mean that they won't come back, Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times Terminator 2 left and came back on a Netflix? I can't, dude, countless. Do you know how many times RoboCop left and came back on Amazon Prime? These are the normal things. That's just a licensing thing, contract and licensing. Once you renew
And also and also these companies, all streaming services, not just PlayStation, Netflix, and Disney, and all of these places, they look at and see, okay, which games or which movies are being watched. If the movie is not being watched or being used, they probably say, well, when that contract is up, we can take, if we're not going to renew it right away, we can take that money and we can acquire new movies, new games that people want. So they're smart with how they allocate their money to gain new resources, right? And then they look at, they also like everything comes down to demand. I mean, like when you read the news or these gaming articles, obviously they want to try to create talk in the business. So if a game is going out, they're going to highlight it, but there's always a reason. Usually contracts are ending, or sometimes streaming services say, okay, listen, nobody's watching it anyways. We can take that $20 million we're spending a year to have that game or movie, and we can go get this new movie that people want to watch. Everything is marketing. These people are smart how they do their business. You know what I mean?
And only that, but Sony knows what they want. They're not gonna go make a contract with some shitty third-party game that no one's gonna play. Like, why would we waste our server space on a game that no one is gonna even touch, right? So they're gonna.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. They're gonna focus on the games, like I said, Metal Gear. It's a huge franchise, and there's millions of, hundreds of millions of Metal Gear fans. So they're gonna sign the renewal for that. Sure, they want that on their library, obviously, but they're not gonna, like you said, they're not gonna waste time on getting some higgy-me-jiggy game you never heard of.
And that's the same strategy Xbox does too, right? They're not going to go waste their time on games that nobody are playing, and when they can take that money and put it towards making their service better, or allocating a new game, putting it towards a newer game that they know people want to play. This is all business. You know what I mean? It's all
business,
smart.
It's a smart business.
It's marketing.
It's a smart marketing too. So I wouldn't my message to people is, don't freak out. Oh, there's games leaving by the May 10th. Or May 22nd, May 17th. That happens, but that's the way the business is. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to see those games. again, you will see them, and you'll probably see them in a much better quality as well.
Yeah.
Because they're revamping their servers, they're revamping their bit rate on the servers, and their codecs they're using and everything. I don't want to get into too technical of that, but yeah, that's normal. And again, guys, this is just the beginning. This is what I've been trying to say, what Cameron's been trying to say. It's even Mystic, the guy Mystic's been trying to say.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning. Everything takes time. Don't expect everything to be. I know what's gonna happen June 13th, Friday the 13th. Is it Friday
Oh yeah,
the
it's gonna
13th?
be all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always gonna be people complaining. Always.
Yeah, on the Friday the 13th, the June 13th, people are gonna say, "You see, man, I paid $18 and this is it. Where's all these PlayStation Portable games I wanted? Where's all these PlayStation 2 games I wanted? All these, spoiled little brats gonna be bitching and moaning. The same spoiled brats that were bitching and moaning on the Game Pass, right? They were shitting all over the Game Pass, and now they're not shitting on it. Now they're like
They all have
praising.
it.
Yeah, they're praising it. Yeah. So that's always gonna be there. You're always gonna have these, complainers. That's all they do is complain, dude. They're just like leeches on a complaining. It's either that or some kind of drama. They're always looking for something. Well,
Another thing I see people complain about, like when I read people talk, because I've had PlayStation Now, and I had PlayStation Now when I didn't even have a console. I was playing it on my $400 PC, Spider-Man, and it played flawless. It never even hiccuped once. Now I've seen people say, oh, the connection was average, or I used to get disconnected. That's what they would write down. But then I would question these people and say, what kind of connection did you have? Like some 25 megabyte download? Yeah, it's gonna run shit. But most people in North America, you probably have at least 100, 150, download
exactly.
minimum. So for most people, it's gonna be flawless. But I mean, if you have like some fucking 10 or 15 megabyte, download, and you're expecting to play these games in high resolutions, and you have to be realistic. Then it's not the service, it's your internet that's the problem. But for most people, PlayStation Now, to me, it was already working flawless since 2018 when I first tried it. So imagine, 2018, 2019 when I first tried it. Now imagine the PlayStation Now working flawless then. Imagine how it's going to be now when Sony now starts putting their efforts towards making it something that is going to become their main selling point, their selling feature. Now that they're going to put all of their horsepower behind it, it can only get better.
I mean, look at this. I just sent a link to to the video live stream that I did yesterday, late at night, like this when you guys were sleeping, and they can watch this. They can click on this and they can see that it's a PlayStation Now. I purposely in the beginning showed them that it's a PlayStation Now. And then I started the game, and they can see how I started the game and how I played it. They can see Dolby Digital being passed through and all that. High bit rate for 720p upscale to 1080p. And they can watch a 2008 game. And they were thinking that it's some kind of an emulation, some kind of a PC emulation. First of all, it's very difficult to emulate a PlayStation 3 game. But anywho, they can watch that. I put a link. They can watch that. They can see that for themselves. And now of course, if you got a 1 megabit up and 1 megabit down, dude, you need to forget about the internet, and you need to like take care of your life and find take care of yourself, dude. Find some happiness. Find that whatever that pursuit of happiness out there. Do travel, get the hell out of where you at and escape and travel the
Take
world.
Take up yoga, who knows?
Just travel, dude. Just get out of that place. That place is probably cursed. You need to get the fuck out of there. And you need to travel and go out there, man. There's so many continents, so many other places you can visit. And I'm sure you find your pursuit of happiness or whatever. Or if you don't ever find it, well, then maybe you're truly cursed. I don't know. Maybe you have that grudge, cursed thing. You cannot be helped, supernatural higher power. But if you have a decent internet, even like a 250 megabit,
more than good enough. More than good enough.
More than enough, dude. You're good to go, bro. I was using a Wi-Fi. I wasn't even using my Ethernet. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even connect my Ethernet. And I was live, dude, check this out. I was live streaming and streaming. So when people click on that link that I just left, I was live streaming and streaming at the same time, Cameron. So think about
Yeah.
that. Now, yes, granted, I have a much better internet. Sure, of course, unlimited data and all that. I get it, but that shows you how stable the service is. That's my whole point. That's what I was trying to come across. I'm not trying to brag. Like, I know me and Cameron have a really good internet. We understand that, but this also is the proof in the pudding that the PlayStation it's serious about their service, and they come a long way, dude. Since
Yeah.
what, 7, 8 years ago? 8 years ago? Holy shit, man! They come a long way, man. A long, long way with their services and their servers. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
XCloud, it's not even. I've been having problems with the XCloud. It really is not like working that well. Keeps crumbling, and even with a flight simulator, it doesn't keep it steady. Yet, Mike, and I don't mean to knock on the Microsoft, but they've been bragging about how Microsoft, has this Azure server, and they're the best. I beg to differ, dude. If they're the best, so what's the problem? Why can't you do, a steady 1080p bitrate, right, on the console, right, when you are streaming it from a console? They say they're still in beta. How long are you going to be in beta? Forever? So that's just my point of view on that. I mean, like I said, I have Xbox. You know, Cameron, that I have Xbox.
Yeah.
Not only do I have Xbox, I got Project Scorpio, I got Series S, so people know that I'm not, trying to wave a flag here. But I'm just being honest that when I turn on the Game Pass to play a game, it's like some shitty 720p scrambled, like somebody talking to me from Tungusia, with a bad connection. Sorry, I mean, no offense to Tungusia, I'm sure it's a nice place, but
Yeah.
a poor internet connection. And I wasn't happy with it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Now,
And keep in mind,
it works good on the phone. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. It works good on the phone because it's a phone. But if you want to play it
Yeah.
on a television, if you want to play it on a PC, right? It's terrible.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah. Fuck. I was gonna say, like, for most games, you will have the option to download it to your console. Like, if
Yes.
I'm talking, if you have a console, it's only the PlayStation 3 games in the beginning, because it's a different architect from the other PlayStation consoles. But I'm sure down the line, and Sony has mentioned, like, once this PlayStation Now, our PlayStation Plus becomes, like their main venture. Don't be surprised if they don't release a PlayStation 3 emulator that you can download to your PlayStation 4 or your PlayStation 5, and then you can download PlayStation 3 games and run them natively from your console. But PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and all of the handhelds, you're going to be able to download those games if you don't want to stream them.
But
And you
people
can have
got to
the best.
remember, that's going to take time. Trying to emulate all of these games, it's not an
Exactly.
easy task.
Yeah.
That's going to take time. Maybe by 2024 or 2026,
Yeah.
who knows? But it's better late than never, right? But either way, you still be able to access those games. Like I said, unless you're living unless you're living in Tungusia, right? And that's it.
Yeah, Timbuktu.
Or Banana Republic or whatever, or Trinidad or somewhere out there, like where it's like a poor connection. I get that, dude. But majority of people out there will be able to, even metropolitan
problem.
areas. You can go to Starbucks. You can start playing PlayStation now, dude. No problem.
Yeah.
Drink your coffee and play Metal Gear. Put on your earbuds or whatever, and you're good to go. I mean, like, look at this, for example. Like, I'll show you right now. Here we go. I'm on the my PlayStation 5 right now, and let me show you this. Check this out. I can go and download the Shadow Warrior or stream it right now. It's right here. I have those two options, so you'll be able to do these things. Now, yes, the game it's leaving on July 5th, but you can download it, obviously. You can put it in there and download it. So these games depend. These are the third-party games. We have to understand this, guys. Just like Game Pass, it's difficult for Sony to regulate, the third-party licensing. Third-party licensing, it's between them and the third-party company. and depending on the contract deal, obviously, between this company, between Konami, Square Enix, right? All of these, just like Game Pass, it
Yeah.
depends on the contract. Now, if you're talking PlayStation exclusives, well, those are there forever. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it. That shit is there forever because it's PlayStation. But some of these, like a Werewolf Apocalypse, that's a third party. It's included, but we don't know how long it's gonna stay. Now, this game didn't do that well. I'm sure this game will stay here forever because it really, this company probably is suffering for money right now. Nacon,
Yeah.
whatever. So they'll probably keep it here forever. So you got F Formula One 2020. We don't know how long this is gonna stay, depending on EA and Codemasters. It might stay here forever. We don't know. Depending.
This game
on,
you played it before. This
Yeah,
werewolf game, right? You played it, right?
yeah. Soul Calibur, who knows? It might stay here forever, depending on the contract between Sony and this. Was it Temco or what is it? I forgot. Bandai Namco or whatever. And now Metal Gear, obviously Metal Gear, it's leaving soon because it leaves in 10 days because it's a Konami digital. But this is something I'm pretty sure that Sony will make a deal with. Because, like, hey, we got to have Metal Gear in there, man, franchise. So we got to have Silent Hill, right? So they're going to make a deal with Konami. Why wouldn't they? A hefty franchises of Metal Gear, Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and all these other Silent Hills, right? Not to mention Metal Gear franchises, including the Peace Walker portable. So yeah, this would be a huge benefit for Sony, right? To give this to the PlayStation premium members. So we'll definitely see them do this, for sure.
I also think this is an amazing opportunity for Sony now to make or to release a new handheld. And think about it, if you buy this handheld and you have PlayStation Plus Premium, you never need to buy a game for your handheld again. You can stream everything on your little handheld. You can go anywhere in the world. You can go on vacation and you bring your little handheld with you, which is going to be more convenient than taking your PlayStation 5 or your PlayStation 4 with you. And you have access to all of your games, you know what I mean? And who knows? Maybe down the line, Sony might be thinking along these lines too, and reveal or release a new PlayStation Portable,
Oh, absolutely.
with a OLED screen and shit, and then they're like, hey, now you have access to your tier 3 with this little portable, you know?
I mean, here I'll stream this really quick. I'll just click on it. I mean, you can watch it so people can see. Now, granted, I have a pretty good internet, but don't think about that. That's besides the point. Even if I didn't have a good internet, even if I had a decent internet, like 250 megabits, I would still be able to do this. That's the whole point I'm trying to come across here. And here I'm gonna stream it. Go ahead.
My buddy has 150 megabyte, and he streams these games on his PC, and he tells me it works flawlessly. Right?
Yeah.
He has 150 down and 30 up, something like that, and he tells me it works flawlessly for him. He doesn't have a problem, right? And he's using his Xbox controller on his PC, right? And it works flawless. The PlayStation now, so.
Yeah, and it tells you leaves in 9 days. That's because of the contract, and it's been since what, 2 years now. They had a contract for 2 years, which is pretty fucking good, man.
9 days you can play it and beat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there you move on, right?
Yeah.
So.
Or you can record it through a capture card and enjoy it over and over again. Or, I mean, if you're so nostalgic about Metal Gear, you can watch the entire walkthrough from Kafka Entertainment. There's so many YouTube videos you can. I mean, if you're really that nostalgic, or you can just flat out buy it from eBay, right, and just have it, fine, or go to EB Games and buy it if you have a PlayStation 3. But don't worry, it will come back. Trust me, it will come back. I know Sony is gonna bring it back, but it's not gonna happen overnight. But it will come back. I don't want you to be depressed, people. Oh, it's leaving. It's gonna come back. God damn it, it's gonna come back, Colonel. Don't worry.
And usually, if a game is on PlayStation now, PlayStation will also be selling the same game extremely cheap. Like if you really want to own the game, just to have it for your own purposes. So chances are, if you really need this game, it's probably like what, $5 maybe on PlayStation,
Yeah,
$6, who knows, something like that. So but like you said, they do come back. They regurgitate these games, right? Like
yeah,
God of War, at one time, God of War, the God of War 2018, it was no longer on the PS Now. Now it's back on the PS Now, and
yeah,
they said it's going to be there permanently now.
yeah.
So it's on there permanently,
Listen to
So
this sound. Look at this. This is from PlayStation Now.
yeah,
Pass through Dolby Digital.
yeah,
It's crazy. Now, this was a PlayStation exclusive when it came out 2008. People got to remember Metal Gear, Konami and Sony had a great relationship. They had exclusives for PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3. So they always had that close relationship, Sony and Konami. This is not like something, something new. So that's why I keep telling people Sony would rather make a deal with Konami than to make with some like a company that made whatever, the Werewolf game that nobody will ever play. No offense to that. I mean, I bought it, so I'm guilty of it, but I didn't know what the game was about. So, but this Sony would be losing. They would have to go to clinic not to make a deal with Konami to bring these franchises, right? They will bring it back, but it will take time. I mean, I feel like I'm talking to an echo chamber, like nobody hears me. I said to people, patience is the virtue. Wait. They will bring it, but not overnight, because they have to sign legal process, all that. Higgy-jiggy, legality. Do you know how long it takes for you to get just a trademark copyright? It takes 5 years sometimes, just to have your own trademark copyright of something. Imagine like the legal process they have to go through to re-sign the licensing with Konami. But it might go faster because they already had a contract. So all they had to do, right, Cameron, they just have to renew it. And they sign it. And that's it. And they make a deal. And then they come back, which will happen, but not right away. You might see it in September, October, come back, whatever. So that's my whole point. For people
but
who
fuck,
are,
if you I was gonna say, like, if you already have PS Now, and if the game was on there for 2 or 3 years and you never played it, and now you're gonna complain because the game is leaving, well, what the hell were you doing for 2 or 3 years when the game was there? You should have played it.
But
you know what I mean?
But this is what I'm dealing with. Oh, by the way, Sasha, not a problem. Take your time, man. This is what I'm dealing with, man, Cameron. It's like I try not to address it. But I have to. So, see, the thing is, I can't help myself because I feel like even yesterday when someone told me I'm misinforming about the VRR, and I clearly said to people, hey, no one is saying that you're gonna get 120 hertz natively on the unsupported PlayStation 5 games, but it's better than nothing. It's a nice, cool little feature. That was my whole point yesterday, Cameron. I know I know. That's why I try to tell people. We all agree. Even Sony's not saying you're gonna get 120 hertz on a unsupported PS5 game, but at least you're gonna get a no tearing, better latency, smoother experience, which I did. I did when I played Gran Turismo. When I played Elden Ring. I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is awesome, dude. And I mean, why would I lie? I was like, did I misinform on? Like, you tell me, Cameron. Did I misinform on that video yesterday?
No. It was good.
Yeah. And I never said, ooh, enjoy 120 hertz natively on every game. I never said that. I never. Why would I even say? I'll be the biggest idiot to say that. Sure, I said Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, certain games that support natively 120 hertz. Yes. Go ahead, enjoy it if your TV can handle it, But this is still a good feature, and I'm grateful that Sony's giving me this option, just like they gave me an option with the PlayStation 4 Pro Boost. Remember the Boost?
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate these little features, It may not be big deal to some people, but I appreciated that, that they were there,
Yeah.
So
it just makes your gaming experience a little bit better, so, take it.
Yeah. But no, it has to be somebody from an Xbox camp that came in and just, and it's a funny thing, Cameron. the guy removed his comment. He was among the very first one. And here's the thing, he didn't even watch the video, this guy. Because I know it's a 7-minute video, you didn't watch it. All he did, he wrote me a love and peace letter for me to, like a best selling novel book for me to read. And I went through it. I was reading it because I was sitting on the toilet giving a shit, you know. And while I was reading it, I said to myself, really? You wrote me all of this love and peace just to tell me I'm misinforming, right? He was going through all like a digital foundry, all the nitty, all that shit, nitpicking, all that, you know, stuff that nobody gives a shit about, you know. And guess what? I replied to him and I said to him, where exactly did I misinform? And guess what he did? Remove the comment. Removed it. And then I say to myself, like he said, dude, there's no point really going back and forth with these people, Cameron, playing ping pong. You see what they do? They remove, like, they're all quantums, like a little quantums, you know, like, fuck that shit, you know. Really. Why should I go back and forth? Just ignore it. Let him write it down. Who gives a shit? Like, dude, if you're gonna have an argument with me, if you're gonna have a, well, not even an argument, a debate, right, Cameron? If you're gonna have a debate with me, don't remove the comment. Let people see it. Let the public see it. And let the public decide who's misinforming, you or me, right? Or this individual, whoever this individual was. A troll, because he had zero anything. Created an account like in March 22nd of this year. It has zero of anything. So I was like, oh yeah, great, you know. Wow, awesome. Could be anybody, you know, for all I care. It could be an alien from another planet. Or most likely it could be Xbox fanboy, most likely. So, but yeah, it's, you know I have to address these things. And the only reason I address them is because I want people to know that I'm not misinforming. That's not my business. If I make an error, I'll address the error. If I make a mistake, I'll address the mistake, you know. But there's no misinforming, you know. I'm not trying to misinform. I'm just letting you know the features that are there, and then I give you my opinion on those features. And yes, the opinions can be subjective because it's an opinion. You know, it shouldn't have any merit, but it's an opinion. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Then if you don't like my opinion, right, then you can go ahead and try it out yourself. If you have a PlayStation 5, download the new update. And why don't you select the option for the unsupported PS5 games? The VRR for the unsupported, VRR PS5 games. And see the difference, right? Which is variable refresh rate.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This is Metal Gear, Guns of the Patriot. Look how fast that load up. Look how smooth that is. This is a first-person view. And I can play the entire game like this in the first-person view. I can change the gun. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, and it's working flawlessly.
Yeah. And you wouldn't even know that I'm playing this on a PlayStation now, right? You'd be like, really? It's like, yeah. People didn't know. Like, even right now, they're like, no, he's lying. And then they're going to remove the comment after they say that I'm lying, you know. Like little quantums, you know. Has to be from Quantum Camp or some shit, man. It has to be. You seeing this, right, Cameron? Look at that.
Yeah.
Changing the stance and everything.
It looks pretty good for a PlayStation 3 game, you know? It looks pretty amazing.
And guess what? The PlayStation, the vibration on this controller works really well. It takes like a full advantage of this. I don't know, I mean, not a haptic feedback, but the vibration, it's very heavy. Like you feel it.
Yeah.
So that's cool too that you get that, you know.
Well, that was the technology back then, right? Like Dolby Digital was the sound back then, and then the vibration was revolutionary back then.
Yeah. With the emulator, you'll have a difficult time achieving this, but here Sony was able to do that flawlessly because they're using a PlayStation 3, and they're giving you this excellent integration. Integrated balance between the server and your controller, so there's no latency. I mean, look at this. It's like a Call of Duty now. I'm not gonna fight these guys. I'm just gonna follow them. Let me camouflage. Hey, look at this, man. This is awesome. Oh, these guys are with me, actually. It's all good. It's a good thing I didn't shoot them.
Hey,
I'm not gonna fight them.
hey. Where's the enemy?
Oh, shit. Alright, check this out now. Call of Duty style.
Fire! New enemy. Back up.
Casual Talk says Metal Gear Solid 4 is still a masterpiece. To this
Oh
day.
yeah, it is a masterpiece. And this is 2008, the power of PlayStation 3, man. People say, was it worth $600? Listen, the technology that it had back then, dude. Yeah, you could say it was worth it. Honestly. The Blu-ray player, SD memory cards, I mean, all sorts of things, man.
Yeah, because considering back then when the PlayStation 3 came out, what do you call it? The Blu-rays
Yeah.
themselves were pretty expensive.
Oh yeah,
Just-
it was
just-
like
just to go
500
buy a
bucks
Blu-ray
just to
player.
buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, just to buy a Blu-ray player. So if you had a PlayStation 3 and it can play Blu-rays, I remember me and my buddy we were testing out Lethal Weapon because I had the Lethal Weapon Blu-ray, and I remember my buddy's like, let's see if it'll really work because I remember a Blu-ray player was like you said $500-600 alone. So you had a PlayStation 3 and it could play Blu-rays too. That was amazing, and it worked flawlessly.
If you guys want me to do some tests on my PlayStation 3 Fat, the original one, with everything in it, 64 gigabyte version, I can do that video because I still have it and it works flawlessly since 2006, or it's 2007 or something like that. I still have it. It's the original one, and it works great, Cameron.
Yep, that's
No
amazing.
issues. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. Just a little scratch. Where'd this guy go? Go to sleep.
The enemy.
Go to sleep. Sleep. We're not gonna screw around anymore.
I've spotted the enemy. Send back up.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
Got him. Got the ammo. All right, we're good here. Good old Snake doing his thing. Such a legendary game, dude. Hideo Kojima at his best. Yeah, look at the loading time. It looks just like that.
Who is this? Snake. That voice. There's an ambush ahead. Government and PMC troops. You could be shot from anywhere. Watch your surroundings. Look to the distance.
Is this Jack?
Jack is dead. Snake. I'm at your side.
Wait.
Well, that's true, CT. That's very true, CT. He says that all the haters hate. The thing is, haters love you more than the fans. Well, it's true. They're all saying that you know, they live inside my head. I'm like, well, if you all live inside my head, then I should be making videos about every single one of you. But the truth is, I'm living inside their heads because they're always talking about me. So, like, if I'm not living in your head, right? So, why are you talking about me? But you're right. So they are. They love me more than my fans. I mean, my fans love me to a certain extent, obviously. But these guys, they're just, you know, I guarantee you, when they stroke one out, they're thinking about. They got my poster or some shit, man. There must be. They should send me a flowers, actually. Yeah, they should send me a flowers. Right, Cameron? I deserve a flower. If you're gonna do this in front of my wallpaper, you know, you should send me a flower. So yeah, CT, I know. I don't really pay much attention to that stuff. I've been doing this for a long time. Not a good fight card, kind of boring. Yeah, did they have anybody like interesting? Like anybody? I know there's that guy. What's his name? Heavyweight. Forgot his name. He fought that other guy. The black guy from France. What's his name? Nagana. What's his name? I forgot, man. I haven't been keeping up with the UFC, to be honest with you, bro. I've been kind of like out of loop with the UFC.
Me neither. I really only, honestly, nowadays I really only get into the UFC if there's some kind of a Conor McGregor fight. I'll be honest with you. But other than that, ever since Conor left, I kind of fell out of touch with the UFC myself too.
Yeah, me too. I've been, you know, I know casually, like, you know, the women's division. I know a little bit about, you know, that, Rosa, and all the other ones. I know the, I'm kind of still familiar with the heavyweight. I don't know what's going to happen with Stipe Miocic. Is he going to come back to reclaim his title? I don't know. Look, it looks like it's like a WWE right now. UFC has turned into WWE. Like every Saturday there's a fight. Like, I don't know if that's so. Dude, that's gonna be boring. I like that old UFC when you wait a few months or 3 months or 4 months to get a really good fight, right, between like two titans, you know. But now it's like every Saturday there's some sort of a fight, you know, you can watch. So it's like, it's like he's just milking the cow, you know. Dana White is just milking the money. That's it at this point, you know. I mean, look how smooth this is, bro.
Over there! Careful! Over there!
I don't even feel like I'm on a PlayStation now. I feel like I'm on
console.
On a PlayStation 3. Yeah. A fat or a slim, or either one of those. Because it's really that good.
PMC sniper. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep low and stay behind cover.
What I like about the Guns of the Patriots, they really covered the Snake Eater. They covered the whole atmosphere of the Snake Eater. They covered the first game. It's a combination of all three Metal Gears into one, and the story was so done well. I would probably say next to the first game, which is obviously legendary, you know, Metal Gear Solid in 1997, 1998. Was one of the best. Obviously, it's a classic, and it's hard to top that. But I would say Guns of the Patriots really pushed the envelope in terms of like what we should get, and we got the best of the best, man. When it came to Guns of the Patriots, you know, everything. If you're a fan of the game, that's why the game got 10 out of 10, masterpiece. Do I agree with a 10 out of 10? Absolutely, dude. Not only was it a masterpiece of a game, single-player experience, but it also had a multiplayer experience. You know, there was a PlayStation Metal Gear Online. So Oh yeah, easily, dude. It was a masterpiece. Huge replay value. For sure, 10 out of 10. Like this is like the only game I would say I would agree and say, yeah, 10 out of 10, like easily. Back in 2008 summer, 2008 June, I believe. It was a good year, by the way. I think we had a Euro Cup, a World Cup, something. I don't know. Where were you, Cameron, in 2008 June?
No, I was in Toronto, but in June was my birthday, so it's probably some good times. I don't remember exactly 2008. Well, I know I was working in as a head shipper.
Oh,
back then, so
nice.
for my company. But yeah, I definitely at that time I was no longer playing games. My PlayStation 3 had ate the dust a long time ago, so I wasn't into the gaming anymore.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, maybe it was a World Cup time, right? I don't remember.
I think it was either World Cup or Euro Cup. I think it was a Euro.
Yeah,
something like that. I'm not gonna fight these guys. I'm just gonna take a high road. Yeah, go ahead.
Even for back then, like the grass, I'm looking at you stand. I mean the live stream is like 15 seconds delayed compared to when me and you were talking. But even when you're standing in the grass and the bushes, it looks pretty good. Like how they did the vegetation back then.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I mean everything. I mean you can play the entire game in the first person if you want. Like if you want to play like a Call of Duty, you can do that actually.
actually, I prefer to play it like this in the third person. I like to see the player. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's amazing. This is how well this runs on the PlayStation now. Like and honestly, who even needs to bother with the emulator, dude? When you look at how good this is.
Yeah.
I mean, if people are not impressed by this, then they don't understand. Like, they don't understand technology in general. I don't think they get it, Yeah. I think we're gonna meet up with that guy, that Dresden, or the guy that sells the guns and ammo and shit like that. I remember this game so well, dude. Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, Connor showed up. I'ma get me boy. You gonna fight me boy? I'll show you, me boy. I can't wait to see him fight again.
Come on, hop in.
He got big, man. He got totally buffed up, jacked up with all the, anabolics or whatever the fuck he's taking, shoving the needles in his veins to get that big, eating like, I don't know, like 20 meals, meat only a day. Right? Whatever it is that he's doing, Cameron.
We meet again.
Connor now is more of a businessman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's never gonna. I mean, he doesn't have to. It's better to stay healthy and not take shots to the head and end up like like Muhammad Ali or something. So he's a smart guy at this point. I mean, Father Time catches up to everybody. You can't be the best forever, right? As you age, there's always going to be a younger guy who's going to come and replace that, and that's every sport, right? So
yeah, man. I mean, for sure. But
he was,
I guess ego's an ego.
Yeah.
Some people.
But to me, he will.
Well, some people will die by their ego, dude, which just has happened.
Yeah.
Some people will just go down with that ego. That's their choice. Obviously, we cannot stop them. But Yeah. Even Brett Favre, like he decided I cannot do this. I'm damn old. I cannot be a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Like, come on, I'm an old fart. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're an old fart. You gotta go. Let someone else younger do it.
Like,
Otherwise,
see,
you're
Conor
gonna be in
McGregor.
a wheelchair.
Like Conor McGregor, he was like, what he did with his career is amazing. Same thing with like Floyd Mayweather, because think about it, Conor McGregor hasn't really fought in a long time, but even today, he's still like the most famous UFC fighter of all time. He has the biggest social media of all time, and and for a lot of people, it's not even really his fighting. Yeah, for the hardcore UFC people, it's probably the fighting, but for most people, they liked his like, I don't give a fuck personality. They liked the way it's like Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson didn't become popular because he was the greatest wrestler. He became popular because he had that personality on the microphone, and that's that's what a lot of people like. Conor McGregor, to me, he was the best villain on the microphone of all time, and I think that's what sold the matches. And even now, when people watch him on his channel, they like that personality, like whether or not he's like that in real life. Like maybe if you meet him in real life, and he's probably like a normal, down to earth guy, but when he's around people, he has to sell an image. That sells that sells his proper 12. That sells his brand. And I think he did that pretty well, And how many UFC fighters you see these are great fighters. They retire, and nowadays you don't hear nothing about them. They don't really make an income. Conor McGregor in that way, he was smart with his.
Listen, but that's just people understanding how this thing works, how entertainment works.
Exactly.
Yeah. You are in the business of entertaining people. What is the fighting? What is sports? It's entertainment. Yes, you want to win. But at the same time, you want to entertain. You want to have that good guy, bad guy mentality.
Yeah.
So look at Brock Lesnar. Look what he did. He's a smart businessman too. He knew like how to play his games, and he played his games. He played his cards right. Playing this bad guy, right? He was this bad guy, this beast in carnage, and he terrified everybody, and he did a good job of terrifying everybody. Now he's this country boy, cowboy, the farmer guy. And it works well. Now he's the farmer butcher, the farmer guy. And people are now leaning more towards him, like as this, like an outlaw, like a country guy, like cowboy. And it works. So they're smart. Like, he's smart. He knew when to quit UFC, and he knew when to come back to WWE. That's called being smart, being intelligent.
Yeah.
So don't look at him as being this enormous big fucking guy, which he is. He's a fucking Viking. He's got those Viking genes, or Cyclops genes, or whatever the fuck. Maybe Sasquatch's genes. I'm not sure, or a caveman genes. Either one of those, he's got him. But he was smart. He knows how the business is. Obviously, he's not a jerk in real life, unless you do something to him to piss him off. Then, well, you only got yourself to blame. Then you got yourself to blame.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But he's a smart businessman. He's a smart businessman. Most
of these guys,
you have to be.
Most of these guys in real life, they're friends. They're selling an image, and some of them just do it better than the other. That's why I say, like, when it comes to WWE, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he was an amazing personality. Like, there's no undenying like his personality, and that personality led him to movies. Which now he's the biggest movie star in the world. And he realizes that personality as The Rock, is what started it all. Same thing with Conor McGregor. If Conor McGregor was just a UFC fighter and he didn't have that personality, he would never have been as big as he is now. Nobody would care. Right?
I mean, look at John Cena. Yeah. It took him a little while from making that low-budget movie called The Marine, which was okay. Then moving up to, which was okay movie. It wasn't bad, but it's a little bit of a rip-off from like a Speed, that, like he wanted to be like Keanu Reeves or some shit. But it was all right. And then you got, obviously, other movies that
Fast
he did.
and Furious 9. He was in the fucking Fast and Furious 9. Yeah. He was the main villain. He's getting better roles now, John Cena.
And now he's got a TV show now, very successful TV show on Amazon Prime or something like that. Yeah. He's playing a superhero or whatever, some kind of a superhero or something. And he's doing well. He's doing great. I look at Dwayne Johnson's doing great, and I think this is the reasons why Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel actually fell apart is because of that clash of the entitlement, kind of like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold, who's the best action star? Is it Arnold? Is it Schwarzenegger? Or is it Bruce Willis? They even created, I remember back in the days, they created a Planet Hollywood. Arnold, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, we had that. We had that here.
Yeah.
That thing with Vin Diesel and Dwayne, it's going on since like Fast and Furious 5, right?
Yeah.
Like since like what, 2009?
Something like that. Yeah. It's been since, I think, the first time when they met, the first time they introduced him, when they had that fight, that fight between Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson. I think that was for real to some extent. Sure, they rehearsed that shit, they choreographed that shit, but I'm sure there were some elbows and some, here and there. I'm pretty sure, because Vin Diesel said he wanted to get real, to make it look real. I think they threw some elbows here and there till the stunt coordinator says cut, right? But yeah, I mean, if you watch that, they really threw each other. Now, Dwayne Johnson is a wrestler. He does this for a living, so him being thrown around, that's nothing new for him. He can take it. But Vin Diesel, I don't know if he's used to being thrown around, so he even bitched and moaned about Saving Private Ryan. He says, I hated the boot camp. I'm never going to do this again. It was an honor that Spielberg gave me this. But what would you expect, motherfucker? You are, portraying the D-Day invasion, and the Spielberg told you he wants to make a realistic World War II D-Day invasion. Omaha Beach landing, taking Dog Sector in the Omaha Beach. Like, you knew about that. Everybody agreed. No one complains. Tom Hanks, a bigger star than you, didn't fucking complain. But he was the only one that complained. Even Edward Burns didn't complain. Ed Burns was like, "Hey, I'm grateful that I got a chance to be in the Steven Spielberg movie. Shit, I'm not gonna fucking complain about a boot camp that I have to do for 6 months with a drill sergeant Dale Dye, right?" So
yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, but he was complaining. Vin Diesel was complaining.
When it came to
He's not what you guys think, to be honest with you. Vin Diesel, this is what I was trying to tell people. His real name is Mark Vincent. And a lot of people are talking negative about him. I know that he's got listen, I know he has his fan base in Brazil. He's got his fan base in Dominican Republic. I fucking, listen, it's all fucking good. I get that. But let me tell you something. A lot of people are talking shit about him. And it has to be true. If everyone's talking shit about him, who worked with him, including Rob Cohen, who is a film director of Fast and the Furious, the first one in 2001, if they're all talking shit about him, that means that it's true. That means that he's not who we think he is. He's not this guy he's portraying himself to be, my family, Fast and the Furious family, Vin Diesel family, Vin family, all this bullshit. That he's not who he's portraying himself out to be. So, I don't know him personally. I only met him one time. I didn't meet him, shake his hands, but I saw him. I said hi when I was working at the South Beach, Nikki's Beach. It was his birthday. It was 2004. It was his birthday, and I was there. I just said hi, and that's it. He said, hi. How you doing, buddy? And that's it. No,
but let's be honest.
Whatever. He's a short guy. He's not that tall. He's not a tall fucking guy, dude. He's a shorty.
I had heard too. When they were doing the Fast and Furious movies with when Dwayne Johnson came on board, and I know Vin Diesel. I like Vin Diesel. I like them both. But I know Vin Diesel had this persona, he is Fast and the Furious. That was his mindset. He is Dom, right? So, and I heard when they were filming Fast and Furious, especially the last one that Dwayne Johnson was in, I think Fast and Furious 8, because in number 9, Dwayne Johnson was no longer there, and it was known on set that whenever they were filming, Vin Diesel, he would always come in late, and he would come with his fucking coffee late, and then The Rock, and then Dwayne Johnson said, "Listen, I'm a professional. I take this seriously. So if I'm supposed to be here 8 o'clock in the morning, I make sure that I'm here 8 o'clock in the morning because I have other things to do too. So you should be a professional and be here to film the stuff. The other actors and directors and producers shouldn't be waiting for you to come here. And Vin Diesel didn't like when The Rock was saying these things about him. And he's like, listen, I am the Fast and Furious franchise. We just brought you in here. And then The Rock said, okay, if that's the case, then I will no longer make this. And I always used to tell people, say what you want. Yeah, Vin Diesel was there from the beginning, but to me, what I seen is when The Rock joined Fast and Furious, that franchise exploded. Like Fast and Furious 4 and 5. Yeah,
money. The movie made
exactly.
more money. Yeah.
And Dwayne Johnson brought more fans to watch that movie because Fast and the Furious was dying. Let's be real. The first one was great, but after 2 and 3, it was dying.
Yeah.
And then Fast and Furious 4, when they made it in Brazil, when The Rock joined on, that's when the franchise. That's when the franchise started to explode.
Yeah, go ahead, Sasha.
You know what's so funny? Yeah, let's just say like this, like in the early 2000s, right? He was still a good actor and stuff, right? Like the movies were badass, right? Like from Riddick to like Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah, look, he made some good
Drift and
movies.
stuff.
Yeah. Sure, we're not saying that he didn't make some good movies, but
he's
what
changed, right?
Cameron
Like
is
after
saying,
like Fast 5.
What Cameron is saying is that there's a little bit of that self-entitlement prima donna. Like, I'm Vin Diesel, I can do whatever I want to do. Universal is my studio. They love me.
Yeah.
And they do love him because he made a lot of money for them. But that's that self-entitlement prima donna, like, you know, walking around. And
Yeah, exactly, it's
Dwayne
true.
Johnson didn't like that shit. Like, hey, be a fucking professional, you asshole. I don't give a shit about your entitlement. Just do, be on fucking time, asshole. We're all waiting for you here. Stop being a prima donna, you know. And
then
go ahead,
if you
Sasha.
look,
yeah.
And then if you look at
it
when
all
Fast
started
and
like.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think, guys, I think it started with like Fast and Furious 5, like when Dwayne Johnson joined, like that's when he thought like Dwayne was interfering and stuff, and then it started, around that time.
Because
That's also around.
Hello.
Yeah, because you notice when I'm watching Fast and the Furious now, I really like
Brendan,
watching
welcome.
the scenes. I really liked watching the scenes with The Rock in it because The Rock was funny. He also brought that sense of like stature with his size. You believed it. And now when you look at Vin Diesel looked like a shrimp compared to The Rock, especially when they were together. If anything, that's why, even the Fast and Furious brand, they realize, holy shit, we have something here with this Rock and Jason Statham. Let's create Hobbs and Shaw because it seems like people were gravitating to these two characters. They liked The Rock and they liked Jason Statham. So that's why they created something. Vin Diesel realized his flame as being Dom, it was kind of burning out, especially now that Paul Walker was dead. People didn't really see that Vin Diesel anymore. He was kind of like, okay, Paul Walker's gone now. It was kind of dying. And then when they made Fast and Furious 9 without The Rock, when The Rock said, I'm no longer going to be in it, and The Rock went and did Jungle Cruise.
He went down.
Fast and Furious 9, it flopped. Jungle Cruise made record numbers, and now they're begging The Rock to come back to do Fast and Furious 10, and The Rock says, no, I want to, and Vince is like, I'll do an apology, and Rock's like, no, I don't want to come back.
Yeah. The Rock, Dwayne's not going to do it because Dwayne is like, hey, man, this guy's not going to change. Like some people will never change, and that's why you have to cut the friendship. And that's what I do with some people whom I cannot listen, man. Here's the deal, and it's so true. And I don't mean to sound like a Sleepy Joe, but here is the deal. Some people, there's nothing you can do. They have this self-entitlement, this self-ego about themselves, and I'm not going to mention any names here. And then you just got to let them go. All right, man, I wish you all the best. Have a nice life, but you have to do it without me. Don't come back to me.
Yeah,
all
but
right?
it's sad, right?
And that's how Dwayne Johnson felt. Like, this guy will not change. This bullshit apology he wrote me, it's not a sincere. He just wants to use me for the money. Fuck that. You're not going to get money out of me, asshole. Up yours, Vinny. And that's what he did, to be honest with you. And who's at fault? Vin Diesel fucked up the franchise now. Vin Diesel's the one that fucked it up. Let's be honest, right? Because of his ego, because of his prima donna, larger than life. And I think Universal's going to realize that. That's why they made that spin-off, Hobbs and Shaw, right? Because they realized...
And it did well.
It did well. And Universal's now questioning Vin Diesel. They might kick him out. And once they kick him out of Universal, what's he going to do? Make those like bloodshot, low budget movies? or some shit.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you know. Well, I don't know if you know. Like, I don't know if you know, but they're making Fast and Furious 10, and the main director, the guy who took over from Fast and the Furious 4, he says he's no longer going to be a part of it, and he didn't really say why.
Why?
But he's
We
like,
all know
I'm no longer
why.
going to
We all
direct.
know why.
Yeah, he's
We
like,
all
I'm no
know
longer
why.
going to direct the last one.
I tell you why.
Yeah, so
I'll tell you why.
Trust me, it'll make
All because of Vin Diesel. This is what happens when you
Yeah.
have a guy like Vin Diesel who's starting to resemble these are like a little quantums, man. These are like a gene pools of quantum, and they all, it could be a British quantum, it could be American quantum, it could be a German quantum, French quantum. Fuck it, they all have these like little, binary numbers of these quantums out there with the same mentality, meaning I'm always right, I'm the best, I'm this guy, I'm this, whatever. Like, you have to do what I tell you to do, I'm the prima donna. You have to shine my shoes, because I am the Vin Diesel, right? No, you're not Vin Diesel, you are Mark Vincent. Diesel is the nickname you had in Brooklyn when you work at that nightclub. And everyone who was there at that nightclub said you were just this quiet little boy, just doing his errands, doing as being told, because you were afraid, because you knew the club was also connected with mob, connected with, John Gotti, Gambinos, and others, so you were afraid. You ain't gonna say shit to a wise guy. You ain't gonna say nothing to a fucking wise guy, and he did. And so now that he's in the movies, he wants to act like he's, even Steven Spielberg killed him early. Do you know why Steven Spielberg killed him in that movie? Because he was like, I'm tired of this fucking guy. He was bad enough that he had to deal with Tom Sizemore, because Tom Sizemore was dealing with drug abuse and shit like that. So he had to deal with Tom Sizemore's problems and that crazy bitch of his that he was getting a divorce with in L.A. So not only did Spielberg had to deal with Tom Sizemore, but he was able to deal with him somehow. But he couldn't stand Vin Diesel. Always bothering him. So how do you position camera here? What are these shaker lenses? How they vibrate? Are they like automatically being, attached to the trigger and the recoil, so it vibrates and instantly? How does that work? Like, he was bothering Steven Spielberg. He was trying to like ask him, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you composite that shot? And Spielberg got fucking annoyed. Like, let me fucking work, motherfucker. I'm making a big movie here and you're bothering me about this shit now. So, Spielberg killed him early. In the fucking with a sniper. Hey, and this is coming from Rob Cohen. And Rob Cohen, which is also a director that worked with Vin Diesel on The Fast and the Furious in 2001, said this on the podcast publicly. Because Rob Cohen and Steven Spielberg are really good friends. And he said this publicly. So it's not just me saying this. This is on the public records. He said this on the podcast. It's out there. You just got to research it. So what does this tell you? This tells you that Vin Diesel is not what we think, what he's portraying himself out to be. He's not that guy. He wants to pretend that he's that guy, but he's not. Just like all these little quantums out there, or the British quantums or whatever the fuck, pick and choose a fucking nation of quantums.
Here's the thing, right?
Pretend the same way that I'm larger than life. I'm never wrong. I should never apologize. I'm always the right. I'm always on the right. These kind of selfish, egoistic maniacs. Go ahead, Sasha.
Yeah, it all started like how should I say this? Like it's too easy to see nowadays, right? Like, especially with Vin Diesel, for example. Like you said, it's too easy, man.
Oh yeah. Because it's so obvious. Why are so many people complaining about you?
Oh, did you notice?
If you are
let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what I also noticed. Did you notice, like, since, like, let's say Fast and Furious 7, right? Did you notice he used that excuse for Paul Walker all the time? Like, after all these other movies, right? He used to say, like, this is from Paul Walker, or then he uses these family excuses and stuff just to sell a new movie, right?
To make himself look
That's why I
good.
hate these new movies,
Okay, so you gotta remember, that's what a narcissist does. I hate to classify him as a narcissist, but I guess it's getting there. That's what a narcissist,
right?
That's what narcissist does. How can I use the death of Paul Walker, put on these fake tears? Even though people don't know, like, our relationship and all that, but we'll keep that quiet. He's dead now, so he cannot really speak. The dead cannot speak about our relationship. So I'm gonna cozy up with his brother. I'm gonna cozy up with his, wife. and the family. I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna be this uncle. I'll take care of everything. I'll take care of the family. This is Vin Diesel family. I'll put on these fake fucking tears so I can sell myself as this bigger guy than everything else. Do these talk shows and all that, right? That's what a narcissist does. Try to make himself look bigger and sell himself bigger than what he really is. But deep down, he's hiding who he really is. And now that's showing up. Now people are seeing it. And I think even Universal Studios is taking a notice of who Mark Vincent really is. Well, he's Mark Vincent. He's not a Vin Diesel. I mean, that's a stage name. I'm sure everybody knows that, right? That's a stage name.
Yeah, of course.
Vincent,
yeah, but it's sad,
Vincent,
right? That
it's his last name. Mark, it's his first name. Mark, it's his first name. Vincent,
Mark Vincent, yes.
Yeah, Vincent is the last name. He also has a sister, and she's cool. His sister, but he dragged her into this too as a producer. But she's nice. She seems very, very nice. So I have nothing bad to say about Vin Diesel's sister. She's very nice, a nice producer. But I'm pretty sure here comes the big brother. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't produce the Shabs and Hobbs. You shouldn't do this. He needs to write me an apology. Come on, sis. You should know better. He let us down. He let the family down. He let the Paul Walker down. He let everybody down. He's a bigot. He's an asshole. I guarantee you that's what the fucking conversation took place somewhere out there in Beverly Hills. I fucking guarantee you.
Yeah, 100%,
I guarantee you that. Obviously, having a recording of that shit would be nice, but fortunately we don't. Yeah, go ahead, Sasha. You're going to say something.
Yeah, that's why I don't even bother with these new things anymore, because why, right?
What's on your mind?
Just checking in.
Yeah.
Your psych is looking good.
It's just...
Nothing to worry about.
It's too easy to see nowadays, It's really like that, It's too easy,
Your
Yeah.
psyche
Or what do you
is
wanna say?
affected by the
Anyway,
conditions
getting
you're
back
in.
to the PlayStation now.
Staying
I don't
in a
mean
place
this
that's
to
too
be
hot
about
or
the
too
Vin
cold
Diesel
or being
and
exposed
Dwayne.
to combat
Yeah, no
conditions
problem.
for extended
What
periods
are you gonna get
causes
the
stress to
PlayStation
build up
Tier
in your
3?
body and mind.
Are you thinking about getting it?
Yeah. You know what? I was just about asking stuff, about PlayStation now, because I remember I used it like 3 years ago one time, like on a free trial, like for 2 weeks or so, And what I hated about it at that time, that's why I was asking right now. I don't know if it changed or something. I didn't understand the logic because when the PlayStation Now started, right, you could only download like PS4 titles, which doesn't even make any sense, right, because it's for older games, right? So can you is it now possible to download PS3 games to play them natively?
No,
at let's say 720p?
You can't do that because it's so difficult for them to do that at the moment. You would need some sort of a emulator, but that's not something that cannot happen in future. Sure, in the future, once this PlayStation Premium takes over and becomes huge subscription service, which it will, maybe by 2025 or 2026, they might have a team on Sony working on all of these PlayStation 3 exclusives and using the emulator for us to download so we can play them natively. It's not impossible. It's possible. It's just it's something that will take time for them to do that. But to be honest with you, even without playing it natively, I don't know how much of a difference you would see between what you're seeing now on my screen and between what you would see on a 720p upscale to 1080p natively. I'm not saying, sure, it's always better having it natively, but I don't think it's going to be a drastic difference. Now when you are emulating, you can do certain things. You can enhance it to 1080p or 1440p with some dynamic resolution. You can fix the graphics, right? You can put better textures. You can have it run at 60 FPS, right? There's a lot of different things you can do. So yeah, in the future, sure, that's gonna be possible. Me and Cameron talked about this. But for right now, it's gonna be like this through PlayStation Now, which is fine, to be honest with you. And that's why I'm doing this, showing this right now. But in the future, sure, anything is possible. But we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
Are you getting that bus game coming out this Thursday.
Which bus game?
Tours bus simulator.
You mean the tourist bus simulator?
Yeah,
I might get it.
Thursday.
I might get it.
Yeah.
But I think I'll be busy with Steam Deck, to be honest with you, because my Steam Deck's coming on Wednesday. I think Wednesday. And then I'll be busy with Steam Deck, yeah, so I'll be doing that.
That sounds interesting.
Well, to me, it's gonna be
So, but that was
interesting just to kind of like look at it. I heard that they're like putting the new updates, enhancing the use of the GPU, CPU, running certain games at like 60 hertz and higher frame rates. So yeah,
I watched Rich Review Tech. He got it for the first time a couple of days ago. And he made a video, I think yesterday. I think yeah, he made a video yesterday, and he said in his opinion the Steam Deck is one of the best inventions in gaming industry since Apple released the first iPhone. And
really?
He goes into detail, and he's like, I'm not joking, and he makes a video, and he says, so when he got it, he didn't know what to really expect with it, and he said in his opinion, it's the best handheld ever, and he says, and he goes and he says like the GPU, everything that they did on this thing, it's amazing. And he said he got the 512 version, and he does some tests, and he says he's impressed all around, and it even has a touchpad on it, and he says he thought the touchpads would be like a gimmick, and he says he actually likes using the touchpad when he's playing like first person shooters, and he says there's like haptic feedback in the touchpad as well.
really?
And
wow.
yeah, he makes a video, and he's like he said he's gonna release some more videos when he really tests it, but he's like he's blown away by the thing, and he says it works flawless, and he's been testing the Elden Ring on it, and he says it's amazing for Elden Ring. And I don't know if you know, but they just also released a Steam Deck. They did an update where they released I think it's like a 60 hertz update, and basically now you can actually select a range between 40 to 60. So if you notice like certain, so like if you notice your game, at 40 it's not running well, you can actually you actually have a range. It's not like you're locked at a specific FPS. So now you can actually select a range, and you can have it within that range. And he was and he actually said that the analog sticks on it too are some of the best he's ever used on a handheld.
That's awesome,
and he compares it.
I can't wait to
and he
try
compares
it because I'm really kind of curious to see like how it runs and how it feels. To check out the screen, and also to see this ability where you can switch and check the performance. Like they have this thing where you can select a button that pulls out the user overlay interface that shows you the performance, like how fast is it running, what's the temperature, CPU, GPU, at how many frames per second is this game running at. So you can get that overlay to see the performance of the game and how well it runs. So that's a cool feature too. But I can't wait to try it out, to be honest with you. I can't wait to check it out. I already have a 900 gigabytes SD memory card, which I'm going to shove in there so I can install some games on it. And
he did say though, he did say like I think it comes in 3 versions. It comes in a 64 gig, 256, and 512. So he said he did test the memory card, and he says it does work, but he says you will notice a difference in loading times versus if you install it on the Steam Deck itself. So that's why he recommends people getting at least 256. So he's like especially on the more demanding games like Elden Rings, he goes, you can run it on the micro SD card, but you will notice a significant difference in the loading times versus if you install it natively on the Steam Deck. I mean, which is to be expected, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, you can still play some games even from 256. You can install maybe 3 games and play them, and then you can delete them, install the new ones. So you can do it like that, right? But if you want to add some more stuff like watch movies and other things, it's good to have that.
For that it's no problem.
Yeah.
You heard about Game Pass going on it? We're working on getting Game Pass on there.
Where on the Steam?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. When was this?
Yeah, that's like a week ago, a couple weeks ago. They were working to Microsoft to get a deal to get Steam Deck. They have Game Pass.
I'll
So
have to
all
look
your
into that.
Yeah, it might not be a done deal, but they're looking into
So
it.
basically, they're just they're considering it. I saw that interview
They're
with
talking.
what's his name, the guy who's the head of the Valve, Gabe Newell. I saw that interview, and he said that this is just the first attempt for them into this console hardware. Because this is the first time that they ever created like a console hardware. Yes, they created virtual reality hardware and very successful with the Valve Index, but this was like different. This is like a console. Now they're stepping into the console war, and they were taken by surprise that it's this successful, and they are looking into, you know, all of these feedbacks, like what people want, what they don't want. So they're looking at the feedback and they're thinking about the future plans as to what they're gonna do. One of the main complaints, obviously, it's bigger storage, and it's true, you're gonna need a bigger storage. And they're thinking about adding more memory, maybe a faster GPU memory, CPU, faster CPU with more cores. With the extra storage, higher storage, and a better screen, obviously. But people got to remember,
More money. You gotta pay more money.
The price will go up. You know, people need to understand, especially in the shortage of chips in this economy, unstable economy, considering what's going on in Russia and Ukraine and the world. It's very uncertain what's going on in China and all that. You know, with the all this, you know, blockades of whatever trade deals and all that shit. That's gonna really have a huge impact on how they proceed with the next installment of Steam Deck. But he said he was taken by the fact that the Steam Deck is doing so well. Honestly, the huge demand that's on the Steam Deck right now. That was on IGN. That's his interview that he did.
But you know what's so funny about these like, how should I say this, about these storages and stuff, right? Even with consoles and stuff, like it wasn't like this like 10 years ago, right? Like, because I remember when the PS4 came out and Xbox One, like 2013, right? Like it wasn't like this. Like even like after months you could get them, right? Like I think like even like half a year later you could even get them, you know?
Well, it's probably because maybe not as many people are buying these expensive drives now, so it's hard. Whereas before people were buying them for computers and stuff. Now if you buy like a NVMe drive that's inside a PlayStation 5, it's very few people really need that, right? Unless you have the high-end computer. So they probably like, well, we're not getting as much money, so it's hard for them to say, you know, okay, we've made so much billions, let's lower the price now. You know, that's the thing. Whereas before, those SATA mechanical drives, everybody had to have one for everything, so they probably sold more. But you know, so I mean, I know they're expensive, and if you want a bigger one on any device, you're gonna have to spend more money up front.
Of course.
That's the problem.
Man, this game was ahead of its time.
Hey, by the way,
look at this water.
what you play Metal Gear Solid 4?
Well,
Yeah, that's actually pretty good for when the water, the way it ripples. I'm just looking at it now.
and people got to remember again, you know, we're playing this on PlayStation now. You know,
This game was on Xbox too?
No, this is only exclusive to PlayStation.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Five is on.
What are you playing right now?
4, Metal Gear 4, right?
Guns of the Patriots.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, classic, man.
yeah. You need to watch that live stream I did yesterday, just to see it in its full glory without any commentary, with the sound and everything.
Yeah,
How-
watch like I watched like a certain like the beginning and stuff, the intro, you know.
Yeah, it's
And there's
amazing
some
how
other
well
stuff.
it runs, dude. It has the pass through on the Dolby Digital.
No, Mr. 4K bought the Steam Deck. Not me.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know if I have the Steam Deck. I said no, you have it.
I get mine.
I got it through StockX. I was able to get the 256 gigabyte version for $900. It was a good deal, so I couldn't pass it on, you know. Yes, I could have gotten 512, but it's too much money, you know. It's not gonna make
yeah.
that much of a difference
much?
to me, you know.
How much more was it? Like 512?
You're looking like a 1500, 1600.
Yeah, so you could go buy yourself a fucking terabyte, 1 terabyte NVMe drive for the difference and still save money.
Yeah,
then your games will run really fast. Yeah.
How much are they?
The only difference between these two is the reflection glare on the screen, and of course, you know, that extra whatever 150 gigabytes.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know.
Actually, Rich from Review Tech, he got the 512, and he said honestly, the screen difference, it's not even really noticeable. It's like that's not even a selling point for
because let's
for
be
this
honest.
version.
I mean, I'm not gonna really care much about the screen glare because I'm not gonna be, you know, outside with the sun
exactly.
beaming down. I'm not gonna be at
Yeah.
the beach, you know, like sunbathing and looking at my reflection and shit like that. I'm gonna be like in a hotel room or somebody's house.
Yeah,
or
inside.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be fucking outside, you know, cooking the plastic on that thing in the sun.
Yeah. Like if you're in the fucking sun on the beach, you're fucking looking at titties and ass. You're not gonna be looking at the Steam Deck.
Come on, man. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I went the $900 version. You know.
Yeah.
It's just it took 2 days for this seller to ship it, man. Which is, I wish that he had shipped it earlier so that way I could have it. You know, that's one of the things that I wish that would change. I wish that the one thing that the StockX would do, and they still haven't done it. And this is just a feedback. It's not a criticism. It's a feedback. And even Uncle Anxiety agrees with me. Why don't you give us, the customers, I get it. The seller, there's nothing you can do about a seller. When he ships it, he ships it. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. But how about this? Once it passes the authentication, once you get it, once you get the product at your warehouse, why don't you give me, before you ship it out, why don't you give me, the buyer, the option to choose next day air? I'll pay my own fucking money for next day air, right? Give me the option how I want it to be shipped. Not some UPS ground going with some fucked up, you know, Billy Bob Joe 6-pack fucking piece of shit 18-wheeler truck, guys driving it, screwing the hose, getting a fucking blowjob. No, I don't want that. Give me the option, dude. Because I could have taken a plane ticket, go to fucking New Jersey, pick that shit up and come back. So this is the one thing that sucks about StockX. And this is just a feedback. And the one negative is give me, the buyer, a fucking choice, dude. Let me choose. I'll pay out of my own fucking money. You're not paying for it, StockX. I'm fucking paying. Let me choose how I want it. If I don't want a next day air, then fine. I'll wait for fucking 5, 7, 8 days, whatever the fuck. But give me the option. Let me pay the next day fucking air so I can get it the next fucking day. That's the only thing that I hate about StockX, to be honest with you, Cameron. That's the only thing that sucks. No.
So when you get it, obviously you said you're gonna make the unboxing video or a live stream, but after that? What's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna throw on Elden Ring on there, do some tests. What are you planning to do?
Absolutely, man. Elden Ring is the first game. But I'll be the mage. I'll be like not the guy with the king swordsman, whatever. I'll be the mage, like the Merlin. I'll be the Merlin of the Merlins. I'll be the magician. Or the Witcher.
Yeah.
The Witcher.
And you can try also the God of War on the PC version, right? You have it, right?
Yeah. Days Gone, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think
But definitely Elden Ring, dude, for sure. That's the first one.
He says it runs flawlessly on it, Rich. He said they did they tweaked it for the game, for the Steam Deck specifically, and he said it runs amazing on it.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna damage my Steam Deck controllers by playing Elden Ring. I'll break it.
I believe you can hook up your PlayStation 5 and Series X controller to it, so
Oh,
you know
really?
it's not that bad.
Cool.
Yeah, it has it's Bluetooth and shit like that. Yeah,
So you don't
I saw
destroy
that.
it. That's good.
Yeah.
Because you know Elden Ring's
I
gonna
might
destroy
destroy
it.
mine.
Elden
Yeah.
Ring's gonna destroy it.
You might get fucking mad and punch the screen, you know, on that little thing.
Probably.
I've
I
seen
might
people-
drop it, dude. I might
I've
just
seen
drop
people
it.
do that.
I might just do this, just like fucking throw it away and shit, you know. Or punch the chair like what's his name?
You might have to get
Solid did.
yourself a heavy duty case for it or something.
I don't know,
Didn't
man.
Solid said he's quitting gaming?
Who?
Solid?
Oh, that's just
Solid
for the YouTube, man. He's not
Who?
gonna quit, dude.
Yes.
No, that's just for
You
that
know
video.
him?
Yeah. Solid Rev? No, that's just for that video. He's dope.
I mean, I know him well
Yeah,
enough that I
okay.
know that he's doing this for publicity. It's a good money. Why would he wanna, you know?
yeah, it's like Review Tech. They write these articles.
stay relevant.
Yeah, like to sell the video, right? It's
Yeah.
obviously, and then at the beginning he punches his seat. It looks pretty cool, right? And now there's like memes of him punching his seat about the game. Right? So,
I mean, he said it publicly. That's what he does. I mean, he said this publicly, so it's not even a secret, you know.
yeah.
He got so frustrated.
Well, he made a bunch of views on that video, so that will pay for that chair, you know. He monetized those videos, and you know, it's all about money, man. Listen, I'm pretty sure he's got a real job that he works. He's got a family.
Yeah, he does.
You know, he's got to
He
feed
has
a family,
his son on YouTube.
but, dude, this is his hobby, so he's like, hey, why don't I make money out of this fucking hobby?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
And let me put on the show. Let me get people to buy into it, like, you know. Guys,
That's part of his shtick. That's part of his shtick.
okay, what's YouTube? What it's all about? It's about the ratings, right? The viewership. Now, if you're not getting any views, then you're just wasting your goddamn time. You might as well just fucking quit that shit. Do something else. YouTube, it's all about, you know, staying relevant and, you know, like ratings, like a TV show. If TV show doesn't have a good ratings, guess what? There won't be a second season. You'll never hear from that show ever again. So you need a viewership. You need recognition. You need approval ratings to go up. So your ratings needs to go up, you know.
I can guarantee you Solid Rev's next video is going to be Halo 2 season 2. He's going to say Halo Infinite season 2 pass sucks. Right? Because he's a huge Halo fan. He said it before. He's a huge Halo fan. And now Xbox just released season 2 pass. Right? I mean the season 2 update, right? And it's a huge update. So I'm pretty sure right now him and his son, they're playing and they're testing it. Now they're gonna make a video and he's like, son, give us your thoughts on the Halo 2, you know, season 2. That's gonna be the next video. Watch it. I predict that. That's gonna be the next video he makes.
He's done.
Yeah, they're always using like the newest shit, right? Like in everything, right?
He buys graphic cards like crazy.
Oh, this guy didn't see me. Oh, wow. Oh, he saw me now. Shoot him in the leg.
Should wave at. Should wave at him. Like, hi.
Nah, I don't need to do that. I'm just gonna shoot him in the legs, dude. Put him in a wheelchair. There you go. Hey, at least you're still alive, right? Sure, you cannot walk, but you still got your dick. You can still fuck, but it's gonna be in a wheelchair. And you know, you're still alive. Come on, dude. And you get disability benefits. So I did you a favor, bro. It's all good. See how that works? Next thing you know, the same guy that I just fucking shot in the legs, this soldier's gonna send me flowers and, you know, chocolates. Thank you, man. You saved my life. Thanks to you. Now I'm doing a YouTube. Now I'm in a wheelchair and got all this pussy. I'm gotta live in a big mansion like Ninja and PewDiePie. Thank you, man, for cutting off my legs.
Oh damn.
Somebody's gonna get offended by this joke. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's freedom of speech, people. Get a life.
I don't know if we still have that, man. I don't know. To a certain extent, but not to like what you can say publicly. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, I still say it. I don't care, but you know, you will get shadow banned by the secret societies
By the
of
leftists.
YouTube. Yeah, by the secret societies of YouTube with that dark, you know, cloak and having that mask with a big nose, you know, or some shit like that. You know, they're like very freaky.
Oh, you
fucking.
mean Twitch?
Careful.
Nah, fuck Twitch. I'm talking about YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube, yeah. Twitch. Twitch is just for the girls, man. That's for chicks, you know. You know, shaking their booty.
I know what I don't understand, you know? That people
ahead.
really gonna watch this shit nowadays, right? Like all of this garbage, right?
Well, I don't
They
get
play
it,
all
dude.
into that shit, right?
Well, here's what I notice about people, man. People only go towards what's trending. You know, it's like a bandwagon.
Exactly, the
of
trends,
trending,
exactly.
you know. But, you know, they always miss out on the good content, but they always go to what's trending, okay? If there's a big YouTuber and he's trending, then they're just gonna follow that big YouTuber. If they're talking shit about quantum and he's trending, then they'll just stick to that and do that. And then towards that. People love negative shit. People love drama. They love controversy. You know, that's what they levitate towards too. And of course they love naughty shit and porn and all that perverted shit. It's just a matter of you getting caught and a matter of you admitting it. That's a whole different fucking story, which we're not gonna get into that. That's just the human nature. If you want to deny it, you can deny it all you fucking want, but you can't deny the human nature. So that's the thing about the people. Like what internet did in a way, it showed you who people really are. Not everybody, but to a larger number, it shows you how people like to levitate towards negativity, how people like to levitate towards controversy and shit like that. So that's the one thing that the internet has done, obviously, which they would have never done that, like in person, like in a legitimate workplace, right, where you're working and you want to lose your job, so you're not gonna tell your secrets of who you really are. You're not gonna open that fucking closet. You're gonna keep the fucking closet closed. But internet's a good way for them to exercise their perversion and their pervert shit and their sick, you know, twisted, guilty pleasure of controversy and drama, right?
Help me out, okay?
Yeah, true.
So that's what internet did. And you can do that easily because you can hide with a VPN, making these bogus emails, bogus profiles, hiding behind these bogus profiles and shit like that. So you can easily do that and keep yourself hidden and perverted. That's the one negative thing that came out of the social media and internet. And of course, it made people more selfish. It turned women into money whores because in an easy way to make money, open the OnlyFans account, you know, do some TikTok, do some other bullshit gaming thing when you're not even playing a video game, you're just squeezing your cleavage or in that little hot tub or whatever the fuck is that you're in. So, or they have the little Ochmi bod shoved in you or whatever. And, you know, at the same time, you're playing a video game, playing some shit no one ever heard about, you know, some strategy game or whatever. And so it's turned women into money whores on TikTok and Twitch and other shit. And the OnlyFans, obviously, it's turning into athletes into a money horse. It's turning everybody into fucking... Even those WWE stars from ACW, right?
Yeah, man, yo.
OnlyFans, and then now they're selling their body and all that shit. So what social media has done, made people selfish, made people perverted, and also made people disconnected from reality for what's really important. So this is the negative side of the internet. Now, sure, there's some positive. If you get lost, you know, you got GPS, you can look at it. The satellite can help you. You can call somebody from, a satellite line or from an internet line. You can call somebody, tell them where your location is, or they can just track you down with a GPS beacon on that phone, and they can find you where you are and pick you up, right? So there's some positives, from the internet, taking the video from somebody who attacked you or whatever, or somebody did something wrong to you, all right? You can take that, upload that, and protect yourself. So there's some benefits of that, sure, granted. But there's a whole lot of negative shit that came along with the social media and the internet. Big time.
Yeah, way too much, man.
Not to mention cyberbullying and all this trolling and shit like that, which caused some people to kill themselves. The teenagers, they couldn't handle it and they killed themselves because of cyberbullying. Because cyberbullying, it's a crime.
But you know what?
I do stuff for fun. When I do a Joker, I'm not like out there, attacking somebody verbally or, trying to talk down to somebody or try to insult somebody with my words. I'm playing a comedy, bit with Joker, obviously, versus somebody who's using his voice, his own likeness, and then, insulting another person verbally. That's two different things, So I do it as a comedy parody, and even when you watch those videos, it's a comedy parody. It's a Joker. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's not real me. And what does that tell you? That tells you that it's not real, that it's just for fun.
It's just irony.
And now some people, who can't stand the heat, well, then they should get out of the kitchen. If you can't stand being roasted on the internet by a comedy, then maybe you should leave. That's what I said to people. Maybe you should leave the internet. Maybe it's not for you. Because that's what happens when you're on the internet. You get roasted through comedy. Same thing as being a celebrity, Will Smith. You will get roasted. Your wife will get roasted. That's part of being a celebrity. That's part of being an actor. And some people obviously cannot handle that.
Yeah, why so serious, right?
So, but that's the internet in general,
Oh, hello? Okay.
Understood.
Yeah?
And engage.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Naomi's lab is somewhere inside those mansion grounds. Proceed immediately.
Yeah, but they're taking that stuff way too serious, man. It's just like Heath said it. Like, why so serious?
Yeah. But that's why it's not for everybody. You should know your limitations.
Of course.
You should know your limitations. If you got a big ego and you don't like your ego to be stroked, then maybe you should stay off the internet and don't put yourself out there on the public. Don't put yourself up in the public square. Stay hidden. Be a pariah. Stay hidden. But once you start talking, once you start putting yourself out there on a public square, on the internet, then people are gonna start talking about you. People are gonna start making videos about you because you're putting yourself out on a pedestal. And if you can't handle that, well, it's not for you.
And that's on you, right?
Yeah, Quantum, you should then quit. You should quit, dude. Because people are going to continue to make videos about you as long as you're making stupid decisions and making a fool out of yourself out there on the public square. People are going to be talking about you. And it's not just him, it's everybody who's playing a victim. Oh, I'm a victim of this internet abuse. Well, you don't have to be. It's called quitting. Just quit. Don't be on there anymore. I mean, you can still use the internet to browse and all the shit, but don't put yourself out there in the public eye, Don't make any public statements and you'll be alright.
You know what? They are all soft-boiled, man, for real, man. Like, it is what it is, man, Otherwise, they wouldn't do that stuff,
Well, it's self-privilege, it's what it is. It's the ego of self-privilege. They never done this before, and they think that everyone should like them. Everyone think that, I need to be liked by everybody. I need to be loved by everybody. That's a narcissistic mind. If you make a YouTube video that everyone should love you, well, then you are narcissist. If you think that no one's gonna criticize you, then you're a narcissist. If you think that you cannot be criticized, well, then you need to get off the YouTube, bro. because people will criticize you. Well, guess what? Maybe you shouldn't share certain things about you, and maybe they won't criticize you. But if you start talking about your private life, if you start telling people about this, about that, and then you're doing this other thing, and then they see that, they will criticize you. Don't put yourself out in the front street. That's why I don't put myself out in the front street. I don't talk about my private life. Why? Because that's my choice, and people don't need to know.
And why should you, right?
Unless you're in my bed and we're fucking, that's a different story, Then maybe you should know. But, you see, this is the thing, they do this to themselves. Don't put yourself out in the front street, dude. That's it. And no one will criticize you about that. But if you start acknowledging it, and then you want people to feel pity for you because this, and that, well, then you will have some criticism. That's how it works. And if you can't handle it, then you need to get off the internet, bro. Get off the internet, shut it down. I don't know, do whatever you gotta do out there, do something else besides the YouTube, I don't know, whatever. Go travel, do some other things, do some yoga, whatever the fuck, dude, I don't know. But if you put yourself out in the YouTube, people like Quantum or the British Quantum or the other Quantum, they need to, or the German Quantum JP, they need to understand. They need to understand that you will be criticized. There will be criticism. Right now, there's a shitload of people making videos about me whom I don't know. Somewhere out there, who the fuck knows where. Right? Tungusia, Bangladesh, somewhere out there in Venezuela, Latin America, who the fuck knows where. Pick and choose your poison of countries out there. I can't control that. And I can do about that. You know why I can't control that? Because I got over 6,500 videos. And I'm on YouTube. I've been doing this for a long time. And I understand there's going to be people out there roasting me, talking about me, saying this, saying that. And I can do about that. I accept that. Now, I don't have to acknowledge it. I have that choice. I have that right to ignore it, not to acknowledge it. And that's what I've been doing. But sometimes I like to have fun. I like to do some Joker videos to have fun. You never see me make a video getting upset and this fucking guy, this guy, I'm doing a Joker. I'm doing a Joker. I'm fucking having a comedy. I'm having a blast. I don't get too goddamn serious out there trying to think of what kind of vocabulary of the words I'm gonna use to insult somebody. Dude, I can use infinite words of vocabulary to insult people, but that's not what I'm about. That's what you're about, British Quantum and the other Quantum, the American Quantum, or Florida Quantum. I like calling Florida Quantum. That's what you guys are all about. Playing a victim and insulting other people. And then you try to copy me, and all that shit. Try to be a Joker, whatever, it's fake makeup, Come on, man. If you're gonna do a Heath Ledger Joker, then do a real Heath Ledger Joker. Don't do the British Joker clown or something. That's like some kind of clown that he's doing. I don't know what the fuck that is. Some kind of British clown. Oh, guys, like a blob or some shit. So now, this could be an insult to you, or this could be like me roasting you. I think everybody here who's watching this will say he's roasting him. But you can't tell a difference between someone who's being roasted and then you who are holding a straight face and insulting somebody. Just like Quantum doesn't know the difference between a copyright infringement and the fair use, and then he plays a victim. When he called his mother, he broke to his own rule, his own principle, by doxing somebody to find out where they live, and then contacted his mother instead of contacting the act man to talk to the act man, which he should have done, like man to a man. But he contacted his mother. You should definitely send her some flowers. It's a Mother's Day, you piece of shit. You should do that, you sick fuck. So that's the issue. That's why these individuals, and I hate talking about him, but sometimes, from time to time, you guys, somehow through this conversation, it comes through. I have to mention the elephant in the room, and not because they're not living in my heads. I could give a shit. They're like Napoleon Carboats. I can't even remember some of the people that I blocked in the past. I can't even fucking remember them. There's so many. But they're definitely not living in my heads. They are living in my block 4K pyramids for sure. And they're talking about me as we speak all the time. They're probably watching this shit. These are the same people who say they don't want to watch my videos. They don't watch my YouTube, but yet they're still fucking watching my shit. And they're making the fake accounts to watch my shit. So who's living in whose fucking heads, you know? Who's living in whose fucking heads, right?
Exactly, man, you know.
I mean, I take fun
You know, it's so
in this,
crazy,
man.
you know.
It's not crazy to me. I look at it as entertainment, and Cameron knows that. It's just I felt it was going too far. That's why I deleted some of those videos. I felt it's going too far, and I don't want people to start copycatting, and I don't want it to go out of hand. You know, even with Quantum, I feel like it's gonna get out of hands. It's gonna get to the point where someone's gonna do something crazy. Some fucking lunatic from the Actman camp or Review Tech USA camp or fucking Keemstar camp or whichever fucking camp, right? Someone's gonna do something fucking crazy. There's always crazy
Booty
people
camp?
out there. There's always lunatics out there. And I'm aware that there's lunatics out there that, you know, we cannot control. That's why I urge people to stop this shit. All right, dude, I'm sure Quantum, Lil Quantum got the message. I'm sure he got the message. How could he not have got the fucking message? So what's the best thing to do now that he's got the message of this big tsunami that hit him? Lay low, don't say anything, let him be. Let him all soak it all in. And just ignore him, you know. So that's why I deleted those videos, because I felt it's kind of like, it's getting out of hands. It's getting too far, you know. And I'm not about that. You know, I don't want to see anybody get hurt or God forbid something happen, you know, because I know this shit could escalate. And I definitely don't want to be part of that shit. So I always condemn that shit. Just like I condemned Quantum when he exposed Westside Tech and made a video where he showed his address, his apartment number, what kind of job he works for the city, you know, all that shit. And I said, that's it, man. I condemn that shit, you know, because it was getting out of hand. Like, he was advertising where he lives, his apartment number, what kind of a public, you know, city job he has, and all of that. So I was like, all right, dude, I have to condemn this shit, because that's something that I will never allow. That's something that I condemn. And if you do that kind of shit, I don't care who you are. If you subscribe to me or a member to me, off you go to my fucking block 4K pyramids, and I'm done with you. That's it. I don't give no second chances and that kind of shit. If you cross that fucking line, if you're that dumb enough, that stupid enough to cross that fucking line, or if you call somebody's mother, off to my 4K block pyramid you fucking go. That Giza plateau has a lot of space for me to build a lot of pyramids, don't worry. It's all good. I do have help from aliens. They do come at night from time to time, levitate with a gravitational pull. They can pull 9 million ton stones and cut them with these super lasers and align them and all that shit. Don't worry. So I'll build these pyramids for you guys to stay blocked in. All right. So I condemn that shit, you know. People who do that kind of shit. But there's a difference between someone making a comedy versus somebody insulting somebody verbally, or somebody putting out false information, calling somebody something that he's not, or making statements that are false. That's different than somebody making comedy. All right, so people need to see the difference between the two. If I call you a pedophile, right, that's a statement.
Yeah, that's serious.
That's a serious fucking statement. If I call you a child molester, that's a serious statement. If I call you a rapist, that's a serious statement, right? If I call you a murderer, that's a serious statement, right? So that kind of shit, I don't tolerate that. Now, if you want to roast me, and then roast me in a comedic way, bro, have fun at it, enjoy it, you know. But as long as you just do that, you know. But if you make a false statement, you know, saying that I'm abusing, autistic girls, or I'm abusing autistic people and shit like that, then you're making a false statement and you're making it personal. Then you are pretty much, digging your own grave, because now no one's gonna give a shit about you, because people are gonna see who you really are and what you're all about, because you're willing to go that far, to go that distance. All right. So people need to see the difference between me and him, the British Quantum and the Florida Quantum and all these other fucking Quantums who are trying to convince you that they're the victims when in fact they're the ones perpetrating their narcissistic crimes, So I'm tired of dropping these microphones.
Yeah, but it's true,
That's why it's so quiet in here, because I'm dropping the truth bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, the thing is why I don't say anything, because I listen, That's why I don't say anything,
No, I mean, I understand what
Like
you're
most
doing.
of the time.
You want to stay, you want to stay neutral. I get it, dude. I know a lot of you want to stay neutral. You don't want to get involved, and I understand that. But I know deep down, what I'm telling you is true.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's just a matter of you saying yes or no, because you don't want to get involved, because it's going to be recorded. And I get that. I understand that.
See, with Quantum, it's not about the game. Him and his followers are making it out to be about the game, Elden Ring game. Solid Rev made a video about the Elden Ring game, and I think you've already seen it, right, Ed? That the video where he said he's not gonna play games anymore.
Yeah.
Because of the Elden Ring. Yeah. So in that video, if you look at it, most of the people in the video, actually, I think 95% of the people, they liked his video, and they agreed with him what he said about the game. Now the difference with Quantum is that Quantum, he personally attacked people who like Elden Ring, which is something that Solid Rev didn't do. Solid Rev said for him the game is way too hard for himself. He didn't like it, the experience. But Quantum made it seem that if you'd like this experience, you should fucking die or whatever. All of the other. So that's the difference with when you make a review like that, then yeah, you're leaving yourself open to a lot of negative criticism from people, especially people who are a fan of the game and who worship the game or whatever the fuck they do. When you directly attack someone or a group of individuals, then yeah, you're gonna have a shitstorm gonna come at you, and you better be prepared for it. And obviously, Quantum didn't seem like he was prepared for it. He probably thought he would.
Prepared. You gotta remember. I mean, if you watch that video that I did, who he is and what he's not. This is not by accident. This guy doesn't do shit by accident. He knows what he's doing. He wants to make money off of this whole charades because he needs the money, and he's always been trying to figure out how can I get the attention. How can I get my 15 minutes of fame? How can I break that ice so people will talk about me? I want to be noticed.
Yeah, but
and he suffers from being noticed. He wants to be noticed, and he's willing to do whatever's necessary to get noticed, even if it means lying and deleting those videos, deleting those posts, whatever needs to be done to keep himself noticed. And that's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing.
Mischief is the biggest winner in this entire thing.
Oh yeah,
right? He's the biggest winner financially with subscribers and.
Oh yeah.
I think his channel exploded like fucking 500%.
Oh yeah, 250,000, like 250,000 subscribers.
That's insane. That's insane for that guy. Which is pretty good. So.
But for this guy, what he has achieved is the traffic. He got himself a traffic. He made like 10 million views just in 1 month, or maybe more. So he's getting some good money, plus the $5 membership and the fundraiser and all that shit. So he's definitely, getting some money this month and next month on his PayPal account for sure. But at what cost, right? At what cost? And he doesn't care about the cost. He doesn't care about the cost because he knows this is getting into traffic. He opened another channel. He opened another channel where he can get even more attention.
He's not nuts. He's just a good con man.
That's what he's
And he
doing.
knows-
Yeah, he's a con artist.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, like I said, he doesn't give a fuck about. He doesn't give a shit about subscribers or whatever. He doesn't care. It's obvious when if you listen to the way he talks, especially when he's talking about somebody else or he's calling somebody else out. The words he uses, the choices he uses, you can tell like he's good at what he does. You know what I mean? And he knows how to get people on his side. And then he's not a stupid guy. He will watch your video and his goal is to anger you because he knows even if you're right and he angers you, you're gonna say something that he can twist and he can make a video and he can get a bunch of people to side on his side, which is what he did with Ackman. Right,
Yeah.
in the Ackman's video, when Ackman said, you know, if we see you, it's guns blazing or something like that.
Yeah.
But obviously that was
Shoot
what
inside.
Ackman. Yeah, like what Ackman was trying to say is, if I see, is probably what he's trying to say is if I see you around my fucking mom, in real life, then yeah, all bets are off. And I think any person would agree with that. Like any guy would do that if if some fucking stranger is coming after your mom, you know, that's gonna be your natural reaction. But Quantum is, like I said, he's smart. He's like, okay, let me edit this video. Let me put the clips that I want to be in my favor, and I'll kind of redeem myself, you know, and people will forget what I'm saying because this guy's talking about guns now, and that's kind of what happened, right? A little bit.
Well, that's what they do. That's what these con artists do. They know which buttons to press and they know how to get you.
Yeah.
It just some people, they don't know how to play their cards. You know,
Yeah.
if you play a bad card and you dealt a bad hand, you know. And Ackman played his cards bad here because he got emotional because his mom was cold and of course a lot of emotions there. So he knew exactly what to do. Let me go ahead, let me call his mom, let me harass his mom. That will get his attention. This guy, you know, wants to play like this. It's all about, you know, how low are you willing to go. And for the Quantum,
It's his nature. It's his
yeah,
nature.
there is no limitation how far he's willing to go. He's gonna go as low as he can go until he gets caught. You know, until there's you know, federal agents knocking on his door, and then that's a different story. You know. Then you can kiss your.
But you know what's
YouTube
more
career
sad, man?
goodbye. Then he's gonna lose all that money on lawyers, like a really good fucking lawyer. They're gonna clean him out. He has to sell his house, everything. The last thing on his mind is gonna be a fucking television. The only thing on his mind is gonna be, can I even afford to buy a hamburger? Or some shit like that.
Might drop too.
Yeah. Can I even go to Wendy's?
Shit, that's like 10 miles from my house.
But you know, he doesn't have to go to that level. He doesn't have to go that far, but he's willing to go that far because he's not stopping. So that tells me that he's willing to go that far. And you know, it's hard to feel sorry for a guy like him, or the other British Quantum, or the other German Quantum, whatever. It's hard to feel sorry for these individuals because they're inflicting their own wounds. They're putting the infection into their own wounds instead of treating it. You know, and they're doing it purposely. Pretty much.
But it's so sad that you have these individuals, right, that even watch this shit, right? Like if they wouldn't watch that, right? Like it of course it's for the drama and stuff, right? But why they want to hear it these days, you know, all of that shit, you know? Doesn't make any sense, you know?
Because it's fun. They like it.
It's entertaining. It's entertainment. It's like, it's like free gossip. It's always gonna be like that.
Yeah. That's just a human nature. That's how people are, dude.
Oh, this
For the
guy's
same
back.
reason they're jerking off when they're watching a Twitch girl or some shit, you know. It's just a human fucking nature, you know. You know, that's what these. That's just people. What? Well, don't act like I said something here. It's not true. It's true. I'm just telling the truth. That's what they do. You think these simps that just sits there and they give all that money? No, they're stroking one out, dude. What do you think that simping is all about, dude? They're fantasizing about, you know, these Twitch chicks. That's as close they're gonna get to the pussy, dude. You see, the difference between me and other people is I have the balls to call it for what it is. Others don't have the fucking balls because they're afraid, I might get shadow banned on YouTube. I don't give a shit about YouTube, dude. It's not my main gig. You know, I can.
And who cares, right?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. You know, it's not my main gig. My main gig is what my main gig is. It's my private thing. But I'm not gonna tell you about it. I'm not gonna publicly say it here. Now, for Review Tech USA and for these others, and Quantum and Actman, this is their main fucking gig. This is what they do, and they don't want to lose that. You know, it's a nice feeling to not have to go work 9 to fucking 5 job, right? Listen to some yayo boss, right? Annoying fucking boss giving you the orders, so it's easier to sit fucking home, you know, stroke one out, make all that fucking money, right? I get that.
Yeah, and the sad thing, is that they made it possible these days, you know, to like, how should I say this, that everything is like this, you know, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, it's always been like this. It's just internet has opened the doors for us. It's just internet exposed people. It's always been like this. People has always been like this. It's just the internet has opened the doors to show you who the people really are. Behind
and it
all
made
that
it too
bullshit.
easy, exactly.
Yeah, behind all that bullshit talk, all that small talk, all that bullshit acting, you know, behind all that acting, kissing my ass, sucking my dick, licking my balls, all that bullshit, you know. Then you find out who these people really are. You find out who they truly are. And the internet has really opened the door, opened the Pandora box to show you who people really are deep down. And now you know who people are really deep down. Not all of them, but a big number. Very perverted, very twisted, very sick, I mean, there's a lot of words in vocabulary to describe what people are, but I'm not gonna go there, you know. But you guys catch my drift.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's just a matter of people admitting that shit. It's just a matter of you saying,
here's the thing.
This is who I am. I wish that people would just own it and say, this is who you are. Fucking own it, dude. Don't hide in the closet, you know. Don't hide behind the fucking warehouse or some shit, you know. Just fucking own it and say this is who you fucking are, dude. Yeah. Maybe you'll find other freaks that will join you and join your fucking cult of freaks. And there's a lot of freaks out there. A lot of freaks. You better believe it, dude. I know what I'm fucking talking about. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I would watch these people, for example, like if I would really go down and watch all of that stuff, you know, which I'm not doing, and stuff because of principles and stuff. But here's the thing: if I would do that, right? Like I would see myself as an idiot, if you know what I'm saying, right? Hopefully you know what I mean, right?
Well,
because
but if nobody knows, how are they gonna know you're idiot? You know, you could be doing it. It's just you're not telling us. I'm not saying that you are, but that's why you don't put yourself out in the public square. This is my whole point here. Like, I don't care what you guys do in your private life. You don't have to tell me. I don't care what Cameron does in his private life. I don't care what you do, Sasha, in your private life. I don't care what Brendan does when we turn off the stream in his private life. That's your business. I'm not here to, you know, invade your business. But my message to that British Quantum is, when you put yourself out on the public square and you start talking about disability and this and that, and you start exposing your private life, there will be some criticism. There will be some fucking criticism, dude. People will criticize you because you're already exposing yourself, putting yourself out there. Okay? So don't talk about your private life. Don't talk about your life. Okay? Don't put yourself out there on the public square. And guess what? No one's going to be criticizing you. No one's going to be talking about you. But when you start talking about yourself, I have this, I have that, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. When you start talking about it openly for the entire world to see you, which is 8.4 billion people, dude, you can't possibly expect everybody to say good things about you. There's gonna be some negative shit that's gonna come your way. That's just the human nature. That's just fucking internet. There's jealous people out there. There's people out there who are losers and they hate the fact that you're making money sitting home. There's people out there that's going to criticize you. So, but you're not willing to take that criticism because you want everybody to fucking, be on your side. You want 8.4 billion people to cherish you. That's not how it works on the internet, okay? That's not how it works in a public square when you put yourself out in a public square. Okay, sometimes you need to keep your shit private and not put it out there. That's why I keep my shit private, because I don't want people to, they don't need to fucking know. It's none of their goddamn business. Fuck them. I mean, really, fuck them. They don't need to know. I don't know them. I think as much about 8.4 billion people as much as they think about me. So I'm not gonna put it fucking out there on the public square to tell people about my life. So what I'm trying to say, you guys do this to yourself. Same thing with the Florida Quantum. You did this to yourself, dude. You brought this onto yourself. Like the other guy who got butthurt because of fucking video game. You guys do this to yourself. Or that other girl who thinks I'm trying to cyberbullying her and all that bullshit. Well, if maybe you would stop coming to my chat room and stop coming with the fake accounts and writing a bunch of nonsense with the fake accounts, maybe I wouldn't say anything about you. But if you keep coming to my chat room with the fake accounts, I'll never mention you. Even right now, I'm not mentioning your name. Okay? But if you do that, guess what? I will say something. Or if you bother my people, if you bother my friends, if you bother Deacon, if you bother Brendan, if you're bothering my members, I will say something. The best way for me not to talk about you guys is to totally forget about me. Do whatever you do. Whatever the fuck is that you do. And forget about me. Okay? So, this is how it works on the internet. This is how it works in the world. This is how life is. Don't blame me. Don't come after me. I'm not a god. I didn't create this fucking world. I didn't create Putin, Hitler, and all these motherfuckers, Mussolini and whatnot. Don't fucking come after me. I just happen to be born into this world like you are, but I understand how this world works. And I understand the rule of the fucking game. Okay, I get it. But you guys don't get it. Like the British Quantum, the Florida Quantum, and the German JT Quantum out there, And I have to educate you here. I have to fucking educate you here and drop this microphone. I don't know how many fucking times I've been dropping this shit.
Yeah, say it often you want,
And I listen, I don't like dropping these microphones, but if you guys continue with this bullshit and this talk and all this nonsense that you're putting out there, playing a victim and making me look like I'm some kind of villain, well, I have a right to defend myself. I have a right to tell you that you're wrong. And people who are watching this, they can see who's right, who's wrong. Okay? I don't even have to defend myself because people can see it for themselves.
Remember when I used to say that like 2 weeks ago? I used to say that to you in an audio, if you remember.
I remember.
People
can Yeah, we and you had that private
people
conversation.
People can judge by what they see.
Yeah.
Well, a good example is Jada Pinkett. If you don't want people to talk about your sex life, you shouldn't have went on fucking national TV and disclosed it.
Thank you.
Right?
Exactly,
Thank you. Exactly.
So.
Adam, speaking about what you said like couple of seconds ago, right?
Yeah.
That one thing would be a good quote. What you said, like what you said about people, like the 8 billion people. You said something about like I think like what you said again.
I'll tell you.
Like that's a good quote.
The way here's what I said. I feel the same way about 8.4 billion people the way they feel about me.
The way they feel about me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is nothing. They don't feel shit about me. So guess what? Why should I feel shit about them? Now, does this mean I'm some kind of crazy maniac who doesn't give a shit about people? No. But it's 8.4 billion people. I don't give a shit what they think. I live my life for me. Now, if you're a good person, we're friends, okay. Then, it's a mutual respect. We're friends. It's a two-way street, depending on what kind of friends we are, right? The relationship will continue depending on how we're treating each other. If you're kind of a friend who can't even fucking wish me a happy birthday, well, then we're not fucking friends. Then fuck off, dude. Out you fucking go. Not that it's important to me, but if you can't even do that, like a simple fucking thing, saying, hey, happy birthday, right? Then fuck you, right? We're not friends. But I could give a less than a shit about like what 8.4 billion people think. I live my life for me. I don't live my life for 8.4 billion people. So I think as much about them as they do about me. Fair? I think that's fucking fair assessment.
Yeah, it's just like a stated fact, you know, just like a generalization, you know. If you just say that it's a fact, you know.
And also, you know, people who like try to kiss my ass and try to be my friend. Like, dude, you know, you don't have to kiss my ass. You can just show it. You don't have to, you know, talk about it and this and that. Because then you're patronizing me. Then you're thinking I'm an idiot, you know. So you need to drop that shit. And you know who you guys are who do that shit. You can't buy my friendship by kissing my ass or sucking my dick or sucking my D or licking my balls. That's not how it works. You know, I mean, I'll take that shit for free if you want it. Okay, fine. I don't give a shit. But you cannot buy me, dude. You know, you can't buy the friendship with me. With me, you have to show it. You have to be sincere.
Wasn't there like I remember, wasn't there like one person you talked about like who actually wanted to like how should I say this, like who basically wanted to be your friend with like giving you money and stuff, like wanted to justify that by money. I think you told a story like a couple of months ago or so.
Yeah.
Like there was one guy.
Yeah. There was one guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's sad, man, you know.
Yeah.
So he basically tried to justify that through money, right? Like that he said something like, "Yeah, I give you $3 and now you're my friend" or something like that, right?
No, here's what happened. The one guy who was my member, and I forgot his name, and you know, he donated so much, and it says, "I thought you were a PlayStation fan. Why are you doing this, you know, Xbox and PC, dude? I thought you were a PlayStation fan." I said, "My friend, my ex-friend now, then you should have thought about that. You probably miscalculate who I am. I'm not a fan of anything. I'm just a guy who enjoys technology and shares technology with the rest of you guys. Whatever that technology is, or whatever that game is, right? If you think I'm a Sony fanboy, then you came to the wrong place. Now, I have certain things that I like about PlayStation, and that's why I talk about it. Like right now, there's a lot of reason for me to like PlayStation because they're doing right moves. Okay, Jim Ryan is doing some right moves right now. He's doing the this new PlayStation tier. They're working on a PlayStation VR 2. They're making some right moves. So yeah, so I'm, you know, covering the PlayStation because they're making the right moves. Okay, but if you came
we're
to
just
me,
basically like
but if you came to me paying all this money thinking that I'm some sort of a hardcore Sony PlayStation fanboy, then you just wasted your money. And the guy quit.
Yeah, he basically.
I forgot his name. I can't remember.
Yeah, but that's what he was saying. Like right? He basically thought that he can buy you, right? In a sense, you know.
Yeah. No, he miscalculated.
That's ridiculous, man.
He
you know?
miscalculated me. He didn't realize.
He thought it was Mr. 4K PlayStation.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
And I told him, you don't know my channel. I say you need to watch 6,500 videos. Good luck with that. I'm not an OLED fanboy. I'm not a Stadia fanboy. I'm not a Stadia ambassador. I'm not a Shadow fanboy. I enjoy all of these elements. Hey, we got a Nintendo ambassador. No. Sorry to disappoint you.
No. Now what's gonna happen is those people are gonna come back. Those people are gonna come back next week and they'll be like, "What the fuck? What is this fucking Steam Deck? The fucking trash Steam Deck?
Yeah.
I thought you were playing OLED Switch. What the fuck's this?
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Give me back my $2."
Why is he using Oculus
Yeah,
Quest?
that's
I thought you were Xbox fanboy. Why are you playing Oculus?
Who were you just talking to?
Because people don't know.
You know what?
me.
Here's the
See,
funny
that's
thing.
the thing, man. You know, this is the sad shit, and this is why I'm having fun, because people really don't know me. And listen, this is to my advantage now, Cameron. People don't know me. I fucking love it, dude. I love the fact that people don't know me because it's to my advantage. I know them. They don't know me. Because they think they know me, you know, in their heads, because they saw me on the YouTube, they saw my tweets, whatever, or my Facebook posts, and now they put all that puzzle together, and now they figured me out, you know. They got all the clues and everything. And they don't. And I fucking laugh my ass off. Even this other, a British Quantum out there, he thinks he knows me. Sure. Well, good luck with that. If you did know me, then you wouldn't get butthurt about a fucking video game, would you now? If you didn't know me.
Man, imagine getting butthurt over Grand Theft Auto 5, right? Like, yo.
If you know I'm a crazy 4K, and if crazy 4K kills you in a video game, and you as a Princess Diana, dressed as a Princess Diana, and I killed you with a hatchet, then you shouldn't get butthurt about that. And he's dressed as a Princess Diana, so who's crazy who here?
Yeah, woman. Yeah.
I didn't care. I
know
find
what,
it
Eden?
hilarious that you were dressed as a Princess Diana. But that's why I killed
Hey,
you,
you know
because
what,
you were
Eden?
dressed as a Princess Diana. That's why I hatcheted your ass. And it's recorded. That video, called Money Penny's Crew, will be there forever.
Still there.
Forever. Even after I'm dead, it'll be there forever, dude. Aliens will fucking discover that shit. They're gonna find the, in the fucking Silicon Valley, they're gonna find the server, and they're gonna get that hard drive, and they're gonna find that fucking video, that live stream. So even the aliens will see that shit, bro.
Hey, one question, Aiden, right?
Doesn't get bought out.
Promoting the release of
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, do you still think he's wearing that yellow t-shirt?
I don't really care what he's wearing because he's filtered. YouTube will never show his videos to me unless you guys tell me about it. And I'll never see his stuff. Only his, whatever, 30, 40, 8 people that have fake accounts will be watching that shit, including JT, but his, whatever, 30, 20 fake accounts. Maybe that Master OLED race might join in the fun, Maybe a couple of Quantum guys might come in to join him a little bit, But when they see that he's a small channel, and whatever, I'm not gonna give a fuck,
Yeah.
Because you can't even find him on the algorithm, It's not even there, unless I tell you about it, Unless I share it, put it out there. And even right now, I know this is giving his heart rate is going up. And I hate that I'm gonna give you shortness of breath and the anxiety, but bro, if you can't stand the heat, you gotta get out of the kitchen, man. You gotta let that anxiety, calm down, dude. Take care of yourself, man. You should be pedaling that moped, not riding it with some electrical, mechanism. You should be pedaling that shit. It's good for your heart rate, dude. Just saying.
Just as we predicted, the main machine stopped functioning. PMC soldiers were
See, this is me making a comedy. It's not an insult. It's just a comedy, and it's a little health advice for you. Take care of your health, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Pedal that thing, man. Use a real BMX. You should have bought a BMX so you can pedal that up and down the hill. That's right, man.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
That's how you burn the calories, right, Cameron? That's how you burn the calories. Yeah, going up and down. Yeah. This is not an insult. This is just me, And also, you need some D vitamin, dude. You gotta go out in the sun. Same thing for that, other girl out there. She needs to get some sun. She's not a girl. She's an adult, 23 years old. She needs to go out and get some sun. I'm pretty sure the autism will not judge you. Okay, so let that sun come in a little bit. Get some D vitamin. Right? That's a comedy. I'm not insulting. I'm not bullying. I'm just saying as an advice. I would have told her this even if we weren't fighting. I would have told her that for her own well-being. Get some D vitamin. Yeah. You're welcome.
But it's funny. The most of these people that have this stuff, right? They're always using this as an excuse, right? Like all this autism and stuff,
Exactly.
It's true.
Well, that's quantum mentality, that's why they love quantum, because it's the same mentality. They want to play a victim. It's not their fault, it's somebody else's fault, It's a God's fault, it's a Jesus fault, it's whoever fucking, it's their parents' fault, it's never their fault, Whatever. Yeah.
Malik says, I'm back, boy.
Oh, welcome back, man. I thought you drunk, man. Are you drunk? Yesterday he got wasted. He was drinking that Bacardi. He drinks that good shit, man. That Malibu. Was it Malibu? What is it? That
Malibu.
Coconut.
Yeah, Malibu,
The coconut thing.
Even the
The
most
Bacardi.
grizzled veterans live with an inescapable guilt that they overcome bit by bit through the years. And even
Oh, look at
now,
Naomi and her cleavage. Oh, baby, come on now. Oh, come on now. Come on.
for a mind lacking
She's asking him to get naked right now.
is simply too much to bear.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Let me ask you now. If they, who do you They made the Halo show. I mean,
Yeah.
and they're making the Last of Us show. I know you like the Metal Gear, so if they made a Metal Gear movie or show, who would you see playing him?
That's why I want to examine.
Who would
David,
you?
David Hayter, dude. He's a perfect guy. He's young. He's still young, and he kind of looks the part, and he can get in shape. He can do it, man. David Hayter for sure. I mean,
They're looking into getting Jackass a series.
Undress.
they
Let's
can,
get TV show.
work on his face with the makeup and all that a little bit. They can fix that.
Oh.
Like they did with Al Pacino for the Scarface, to make him look more Cuban. Get that tan, working on that tan, and work on that. The fuck sauce, no? Go fuck, no? But
They need to make.
they need to listen. They need to let me. Kojima needs to let me be his producer or something. And I'll tell him, Kojima, listen, man, this is how you do it, bro. This will work. Trust me.
I watched what was it, a few days ago. I finally watched the Uncharted movie. Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. How was it?
Gamefly.
Well, I stand by my original statement where I said I don't see Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. To me, he doesn't have like that manly. When you think of Nathan Drake, the first thing you think of is he's a ladies' man. He's got the looks, he's got the charm, he's got the personality, he's got the humor. But when I see Tom Holland, okay, Tom Holland fits Spider-Man. He's skinny, he's petite, he's limber. I believe him as Spider-Man. But when I watched him as Nathan Drake, I didn't believe it. I didn't like see him.
Young.
It's like on his stature, I just don't see him as Nathan Drake. Now, the guy who plays Nathan Drake, like the real actor who plays his voice, he's actually in the movie. He plays a cameo in the movie. Like one time they land on a beach and he's on the fucking beach by himself, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Going on an adventure?" So, and you can tell his voice because if you play the game, you know what he sounds like, Nathan Drake, right?
Oh
yeah. And so he was there, but. I mean, and we go back to what we were talking about. If you probably haven't played the game, the Uncharted games, and you're not, you don't give a fuck about the game, and if you're a person who's watching this movie for the first time, you never heard of Uncharted, you probably think, okay, it's good. It's kind of like what do you call it, like a Tomb Raider or whatever, something like this,
Yeah.
So I think it's okay. I mean, if you're gonna watch it, I think it's okay. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it, but I just didn't because I know Nathan Drake. I've played the games. I like Nathan Drake. Now when I seen it, I just don't believe Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. Like to me, it wasn't believable because I know what Nathan Drake is supposed to be like. It's kind of to me like Nathan Drake should. I would have to be honest with you, I would have rather seen fucking Jake Gyllenhaal play Nathan Drake if you ask me.
Oh,
Like to me, Nathan, like Jake Gyllenhaal has the fucking hair, he's got the look, and he did that movie I think one time when he was a boxer or whatever, and he had like a bigger demeanor to himself.
I mean, not even Jake. I mean, why not just go with that guy?
Yeah, anybody else.
The guy from
fucking Bradley Cooper to me would have been fucking better Nathan Drake. Make him look a little younger.
But why even Bradley Cooper? Why not just go with what's his name? The guy from the. His name is Nathan too. From The Castle. Why not the guy from The Castle, dude? He's perfect. He fits the fucking bill.
Which guy?
The guy from the Castle TV show. The Castle.
Oh, I never seen it.
Guy.
Well, go check it out. Go Google it, and you'll see the guy from The Castle. He looks exactly like him, dude.
But I guess
walks like him.
But I guess the Sony, because it's a Sony movie, they probably figured, we need some kind of a big budget actor to like lure people in, right? That's how they do it nowadays.
Well, that's
right?
that's why they're losing, because that's why their movies are flopping, because they gotta put somebody like Vin Diesel or Dwayne Johnson. You need to get the best actor for the part. This is what Christopher Nolan says when he casted Heath Ledger. He said, I casted Heath Ledger because he brought something different than Jack Nicholson, and what he brought, he scared the shit out of me, and I said, go with that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm watching this fucking.
Dude. That's what you bring,
Like, you know what? I'm watching this the Castle, the actor Nathan Fillion. Yeah, he actually looks like Nathan Drake.
He even did a cameo, dude. What he did, played as a Nathan Drake, dude. It was a little like a cameo, dude. Like a little spin-off thing he did. You can find it on the YouTube. Dude, he looks exactly like him. He talks like him. And then you get Michelle, what's her name? Heath Ledger's wife, the blondie, Michelle Williams,
Oh,
to
yeah.
play as what's her name? The Nathan Drake's wife, you know. So, but this is what happens when you have clueless, like with this Halo show, clueless producers. Producers, all they do is they're on the yacht having these Victoria's Secret models sucking their dicks. That's all they fucking do. They don't know anything about video games. They don't know anything about this world, and that's who's making decisions. This is why you need to hire people who are truly passionate about the work, or who are familiar with the work. That's why you hire somebody who's familiar with the Metal Gear universe, with the Uncharted universe, with the Last of Us universe. Yes, we have, Neil Druckmann, and that actor can, Pedro. I think he can pull it off because I know he's a chameleon, and he can transform him. Yeah, he's a method actor. He's a chameleon.
He's a great actor, yeah.
And that's what you want, like method actor. And method actors can easily adapt, and you won't recognize him because he's gonna be Joel. Be like, holy shit, that's what you want. And you got Neil Druckmann, so he's gonna correct them. Hey, this would never happen. Don't do this. Don't do that. Guys, please don't do this. Don't do that. This would never happen. So please cut that out. So there's a good chance that the show will be good. But then again, we gotta wait till the fat lady sings. We gotta wait till the final product, obviously. But this is why they need to hire producers and actors and casting director actors who will cast these actors. They need to get somebody.
Yeah, they know what they do, right?
Yeah, who are familiar with the universe. If you don't understand anything about like Bebop Cowboy, then you should make it. If you don't understand anything about the Black Lagoon anime, then you should make that movie, if ever makes it. If you don't know anything about the Evil Dead, then you shouldn't produce it, like Sam Raimi. Well, because Sam Raimi did, and he brought the original cast because he's familiar with it, and it was a great show on Stars. So if you're not familiar with the work, if you're not familiar with a comic book, or if you're not familiar with a video game, and you're not passionate about it, and you just want to make a quick cash because of the license, then you shouldn't be hired. You should be fired. You need to hire people who are passionate about it.
Yeah.
And this is why these TV shows, video games to TV, or video games to movies are sucking. Same thing with this Halo. They're sucking because mistake number one, you don't take off that helmet. You don't show his face. You don't show him walking around without a suit, walking around naked and all that shit, talking to Cortana fucking butt naked, walking around. What the fuck is this? Am I watching a Skinemax, like a porno Halo fucking TV show or some shit? Like, what am I watching here? You need to always keep him in that suit, keep him mysterious, and hire the voice actor, the original voice actor from the game. Hire him, and that's it. Don't worry about the stunt. You can have the best stunt actor in there, like a 6'7", 6'9". Hire a stunt actor that's a 6'9" to make the Master Chief stand out in front of everybody, larger than life, right? Because he's a larger than life guy. You already got Cortana. You hired the Cortana, the original actress. Now all you had to do is hire the best 6'9" stuntman to do the stunt work, right? Put him in that fucking suit. Never show his face. Never show the actor's face. People can find out later on who the actor is if they want to, whatever. But you never show his face, right? And you just put the voice. The original voice of the Master Chief. Cortana. This is Master Chief 117. That's what you should have fucking done. Not do this bullshit or whatever. So see, this is, and I'm surprised that Steven Spielberg didn't realize this. Like, dude, You should have hired me, Steven Spielberg, and I would have fixed this for you, bro. I would have made that
He
show.
made the series, right?
He produced it, but it's just terrible.
Okay.
It's bad.
It should make you. The
Yeah, I didn't
director,
even.
man.
You know what, Eden? Like since like 343 has taken over, right? It's Halo been shit anyway, you know.
Which one?
Like since Bungie left, Halo, Halo is dead anyway, you know.
Well, 343 Studios really, with that Halo reach and all that, just kind of went down. It really kind of went down there. Whatever.
Yeah, really.
Even this new Infinite, it's just like milking the cow, and the cow's dry. Nothing's coming.
With the
There's
battle
no
pass and
milk.
stuff, right?
There's no milk, man. You're squeezing those titties, and no milk's coming out of it. It's dry heat. You know? And it's fucking disgusting. Because the problem now is, and I'm the only guy who's calling this out. Nobody else wants to call it out, I guess, these days. Everyone has turned into a money whore. It's all about money.
Yeah, it's true, you know.
Dude, do a great job. Make a fantastic blockbuster fucking video game like this one. Or a movie, like a masterpiece of a movie. The money will come. Don't worry about money, dude. The money will come. You'll have all the money in the world. But give us what we want. Give people what they fucking want, dude. And right now,
You know what?
the Hollywood's not doing that. Video game industry's not doing that. And that's the issue.
You have
You
to
know
lower.
what thing is?
You have to lower your expectations when it comes to movie and TV show adaptations of video games, you know, because it never usually works well. If you have a great game, usually if they make a TV show or a movie, you have to expect, you know, they have to make it, condense it into like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's never gonna be as good. So movies do better when you create them from nothing. When
Of
they have
course.
it's an idea. It's always gonna be like that.
But if you're gonna go down that route, if you're gonna go and make a movie or a TV show based on a video game, at least try to keep some basic stuff, like necessary ingredients. At least keep the necessary ingredients, like don't show the face of Master Chief. Keep the Master Chief voice the same. Do that. At least do that. Like keep it.
Yeah, there should.
Yeah, certain like principles you gotta keep, dude. You know.
Yeah, there
I
should
know,
honor his
I know you
character like they
can't.
always
Listen,
did, right?
I know you can't change, like this game, Guns of the Patriots. You can't fucking recreate this on the movie. This is once in a lifetime, right? I get that, but at least you can do is stay to the principle, like keep certain principles true, like that's adjourned to a video game. You know what I mean? That's connected
Yeah,
to
of
the video
course,
game.
yeah.
You know? That's my whole point. But speaking of movies in general, Cameron, my expectations are low, period.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything good in today's movies. It's all shit, to be honest with you. It's all
Yeah,
CGI shit.
and mine too, man. You know.
Green screen shit. Even this new whatever, you know,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. It's all like a green screen shit with wires and floating on the wires. It's just too much. I'm tired of CGI, dude. Tired. Really, it's like a video game. Then make a video game, then. God damn it. Yeah. Tired of CGI, dude. I like Christopher Nolan because he uses practical effects, and I love practical effects, dude. I love that shit. You know?
You know what? It's almost like The Dark Knight was the end of good movies. You know, like 2008.
Yeah.
Like those were the last good times. You know, when they made good movies. You know.
Like Christopher Nolan says, I wanna find an abandoned hospital, and there was one in Chicago. Let's blow it up.
Oh yeah.
Let's blow it up.
He
No,
blew
for
up
real.
a school.
And he blew it up
Like a school.
while Heath Ledger's walking out of it. And he blew it up.
Yeah.
So
the south side.
let's flip this 18-wheeler. Let's use the hydraulics and make it lighter, and let's flip it. Middle of downtown Chicago. Let's close the downtown Chicago and let's do it. Let's do it at night. Fuck the day. Let's do it at night. It's even harder to do it. And guess what? He fucking did it. I like practical effects. That's what makes these movies stand out. Not some green screen shit, you know. Green screen explosion. You know. Even the blood, it's
Yeah,
green
some
screen
lame-ass
now.
shit, right?
Even the blood, it's this green screen, you know, like they can't even do it like the proper, you know, like the squirting, like fake blood, you know, that comes out, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, man.
Ghostbusters
My
was
expectations for the movies are
This mutated
I know, me too.
could activate even if the
Really bad.
person's genetic
80s and 90s, that's where I'm at. Even 70s, like even Blue Thunder with Roy Scheider, dude. All practical effects, real deal, man. Love that shit, man.
What about Day of Thunder?
They've just ran out of good ideas, man. Now it's just regurgitating stuff that's already been made, but making it worse. It's just like music too, right? Nowadays people have lost creativity, so they're taking old music that were great, and they're fucking they're remaking it, but they're putting some techno kind of shit behind it, and and they're ruining a great '80s song, just for these talentless these fucking talentless people, just to make like to make a quick little cash grab. But that's how the world is nowadays, right?
Well, there was a one more movie that was actually that I saw recently that was really good, done well, and it's all practical effects with one shot, one camera shot, and that's Sam Mendes 1917. That was pretty.
I was just gonna ask you the last time because I have the 4K. I got it. I didn't watch it yet. But that movie is another one. It looks really good.
You're gonna love it, man. Especially with your surround sound, you're gonna love that shit.
Yeah.
It's all practical effects. It's a controlled demolition, explosives, and all that. It's all in one shot, man. It's so done well, beautifully, and I love that. I hate CGI now.
What's funny is like those type of movies nowadays. They win awards. They're nominated. They do amazing, but the people who are watching movies nowadays, they have shit taste. They don't even watch those movies. They want to watch some fucking shit movie with like fucking Jennifer Lopez in it, with fucking Cardi B, and like this is the movie like what people are into nowadays. Like these shitty movies that tend to go straight to blockbuster. That's what's carrying. That's what's carrying the trend. But these great movies, because like I said, movies today, once in a while, great movies come out, but you'll never hear them because all of these shitty movies that have these pretty actors who are famous on Instagram or whatever, those are the movies that seem to be trending more, which is fucked up, So when I say shit movies nowadays, it's usually those type of movies. But the movie like 1917, those are like rare now. Once every 5 years, maybe they're going to be a great one. But Hollywood, for whatever reason, they don't promote these movies like the other movies. There's
a reason why, because they know that this generation, it's a bunch of cosplayers, like hundreds of millions of cosplayers, age of 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, and they just want to see these superhero movies. They know that only superhero movies will make money. So that's why they're focused on superhero movies like Batman or, the Wonder Woman and all this other shit. Then you got Marvel, rebooting the Marvel. It's a money maker. It's a sure thing, easy money making. Once the next generation comes in, and if the next generation gets bored and they stop giving a shit about superheroes, then they're gonna stop making superhero movies. They'll go back to whatever generation dictates. This is a generational thing. And that's what this is. That's why you see a lot of shitty movies. That's why you don't get to see good movies. Movies like Tombstone,
exactly.
Yeah, the good old Western cowboy movies like Doc Holliday and
even fucking think about it. Even if one of the greatest movies. Think about it. If a movie like Braveheart came out today, it wouldn't do that well because the generation of people today, I tell people, your generation, you guys have shitty taste. There's a term that it's quality over quantity. Today's generation is the opposite. They care about quantity of shitty movies. They don't want to see a great movie with directing, great acting, They want to be, how much special effects does it have? Does it have non-stop action? I don't care if it's stupid or it doesn't make like you could make fucking Transporter to 10 and I'll watch it. That's gonna be a masterpiece. But a movie like fucking Private Ryan, Braveheart, these movies would not fucking do anything today because the generation of people today like shitty movies by shitty actors with shitty writing who they want pretty much a brain dead movie that is just meant to show my favorite actor or my favorite Instagram celebrity. Like if I guarantee you, if fucking Jake Paul made a movie, there's some fucking idiot that's gonna say this is the best movie ever made.
Oh yeah.
100%, man. It's like Cameron said also too, because of the taste thing, it's true, man,
Well, not only that, but you got obviously this generational thing, and the masses dictate what you put out there on the screen.
What's good, basically?
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard about this show called 100?
I've been
Casual Talk has just mentioned it.
let myself drown.
I've seen every episode. It's okay. It's
Is there
nothing to write home about to me.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
I mean, it's okay. Like the first season was good. It was intriguing, but like by season 4 and 5, oh, let me block this guy. By season 4 and 5, it just kind of got to be too crazy.
Oh, he's everywhere.
But I'm more
He's everywhere.
like
I think it's a
yeah.
bot. This is a hacker that what he does. He goes to every YouTube, and again, this is a Google thing. They need to figure out where is he working this from. But this guy, actually, whoever this hacker is, he does this to everybody, to all the YouTube channels. Usually he goes to a smaller YouTube channels because, you know, there's not too much of like thousands of people, you know, typing. He likes to go to the smaller channels where his shit can be seen. So this guy puts these scripted bots like this one, webcams on Tinder, whatever the, you know, adult dating shit website that he puts in there. Probably a guy from India or something. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I figured, you know, somewhere from, you know, New Delhi, out there riding on an elephant or some shit. I don't know.
You mean, oh wow.
Whatever the fuck.
Hey, one question, by the way, Eden.
Yeah, go ahead.
For how long will you do this stream for now? Because I will be coming back later because of a friend. A friend asked me for party chat.
I won't be able to because I have to get some rest. I'll be busy tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll be back on Wednesday, possibly Wednesday, to do, if I get that package early, to talk about Steam Deck, to unbox it live and to talk about it, to give you my points of views and my first expressions on it. So you guys won't see me till Wednesday because tomorrow I'll be busy with work, like super busy Monday and Tuesday. And tonight I got something I gotta do. I'll be busy as well, so I'll be able to do this for maybe another half an hour, give or take, and then I'll be like, I'll be done with it, you know. And then I'll be back on Wednesday to go ahead and talk about the Steam Deck live, so you can hear my live, you know, what's the word? Expression, right? My
first impressions.
Like how I feel about this thing, about this device.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have side-by-side videos comparing it to the OLED to the Switch down the line
together,
too.
Yeah. And I think it's better to do it live, so guys, you can see, you know, how I feel about both devices, and also you'll see my expression when I'm doing something that's, you know, instead of making a video, doing it live. You'll be able to see my, you know, expression and how I feel, and if it puts a smile on my face, if I'm happy about it, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna make me buy it or not.
Yeah. That will give you a much better, you know.
You know, if you want to make like a viral video, you can do, you know, testing Steam Deck's durability playing Elden Ring. You know, can it, you know, punching it, you know, what the fuck? Throwing it against the wall. I'm just joking, yeah.
You know, you
But
should play that stupid Rockstar game.
Yeah. So yeah, so to me, that's the best way to do it. So that's what I'm gonna do on Wednesday, if it comes early. If it doesn't come early, if it comes late, then I won't be able to do it till Friday. Then we'll have to postpone it till Friday, you know. Because you never know with the UPS and how it is, you know.
But for how long will you do this stream now? Like only half an hour or?
Like 20, 25 minutes, something like that, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll probably figure out stuff to do with the Steam Deck that people aren't doing, you know, like people are just talking about games, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other things you can do. Like you said, you can try the shadow, you can see if you can get the shadow working on it.
Exactly. But this is something that, you know, I can even discover while I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
And also, this is something that it'll give me something to do, you know, during the end of this month, you know, to play with it,
answer any questions you guys might have about Steam Deck. You know, do some more live streams on it. Talk about it.
When you use your Oculus, that's on your PC, right?
Yeah, but I
So
heard
is
that
there-
you can use
is
a
there
Steam Deck.
That's what I was gonna ask you. That's what I was gonna ask you. Like,
Yeah.
you think you can do some kind of shit where you make it work with the Steam Deck?
Oh, I'm
then
sure
now
you
you're
can. But people got to remember, it's gonna be. Don't expect obviously performance to be super great, because Oculus requires the VR requires more power, more GPU power. So you know.
The dock is coming out too.
Yeah.
This summer.
So
The dock.
but you know me, I'll
Yeah.
test it. You know me, I'll plug in my Oculus Quest and see how it works.
Yeah, you can even connect the controllers to it, Xbox controller, PlayStation controller, see what that's like.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see how that is. Really bad.
Because
But
it works, 'cause I've seen-
somebody already did it actually. Somebody already tested VR on a Steam Deck, and they said it works, but you know, lower your expectations in terms of what kind of VR games can you run. Like, don't expect Flight Simulator to run like super great. You know,
Oh.
you know, I mean, your Steam Deck's gonna burn. You know.
But technically, that would mean that now your VR is also portable, because you could take your
Yeah.
Steam Deck, you could take your VR Oculus with you on vacation.
Yeah.
Instead of having to bring a whole computer.
I guess you could do it with a lower resolution, with a lower textures. You can still do some flying, you know what I mean, in VR, which is kind of cool, portably. But I'm going to test that. See, that's the beauty of it. Let's test it, you know. Instead of me just listening to somebody telling me you can do it, well, I'll test it myself, you know, to see how good it is, if it's good, if it's bad, or is it doable, you know, is it something that I can, you know, enjoy portably. That's the beauty of me. Like, if I don't do it on Wednesday, if it comes late, if I do it on Friday, that will give me even more time, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to mess around with it, you know, with you guys, and you know, you guys can ask any questions and maybe some recommendations and stuff like that. So that will make it even more interesting, you know, during Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know.
Yeah.
And then Monday, Tuesday, on the May 28th, I'll be taking a little break from my main two jobs, like a little vacation, and I'll dedicate more time for you guys. From May 20th to May 22nd, I mean May 29th, around Memorial Day weekend, I'll dedicate more time for you guys. You'll see plenty of me a little bit. You might even get bored of me. I don't know.
Probably not. No.
So you're gonna make videos about Steam Deck, and you're not gonna charge people $5 to watch it like Quantum.
Yeah.
Oh god, that guy's nuts. That.
Oh, he's... Well, like I was telling the other guy, I mean, maybe not, I don't know, but he's not making me any money, so I really don't care, honestly. You know, I think people don't really care about what I think about him. They want to hear what Review Tech USA has to say about him. They want to hear what Actman has to say about him. Because it's not like me and him have a beef, you know. We used to have a beef, but not anymore. So, you know.
Because he can't handle you.
And I don't want to waste my energy doing Joker videos. It's just, you know, it takes too much energy out of me, and unless a lot of people want to hear it, you know. I mean, it's, if there's like a, you know,
see,
like a 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people says I want the Joker, all right, fuck it, then I'll deliver, you know. You know, because I have to look at my worth, you know, because my time, my health, my energy, it's worth my time too, you know. And I'm not gonna waste time doing something where people are not gonna appreciate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not appreciating it, then why the fuck should I waste my time doing it?
We want to see the Joker.
Pay up, motherfucker. Let's see it. Get them Deutschmarks, man.
Hey, you can start charging $5.
You'll see how quickly the Joker's gonna jump out.
It just came to me. You could start charging. You could start charging $5 for custom Joker videos, personalized videos, personalized videos.
Oh, dude, they just need to send me the money, and that's it. You know, there's the little thanks button. You see that little thanks button? You can do it right now. There's a little thanks button, appreciation, and the Joker can show up right now, just like that. He's on a speed dial. But that only happens if you guys want it to happen. You know, you gotta remember that. Shit only happens if the public wants it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. How you feeling, Brendan?
Okay, I'm just like, I'm not.
I can hear it, man. You're not.
No.
Imagine they remade this game with PlayStation 5 graphics.
Oh.
Like a
Maybe
remake,
they will.
like not a remaster, like a remake. That would be
Maybe
good.
they will.
Because the game already looks good. Imagine if they added the flavor now. Oh yeah. That's what they should do. I'm down for that. Like remakes. Like remake great games.
Oh yeah, do that. That's what they should do. They should focus on that. And this is PlayStation now. Look how good it was. I mean, see, we were just talking about all these other clowns and all this other shit. But people don't realize this is on PlayStation now. I mean, I hate to be a broken record to remind people, but this is how good PlayStation Now is. I mean, you're seeing it right now.
Yeah, streaming it from the cloud.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that people are not like amazed by this. You know? Or is it that all those Xbox dogs are barking? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Xbox dogs.
Snake! I felt bad for some of these chicks. They're all hot, man. Waste of pussy, bro. Damn, Snake. You know, I'm talking about these
character models.
Yeah, these ladies. And they tell their story after you defeat them. They tell you that story, how they got abused by the system, by the military-industrial complex.
Justin. Oh yeah, he's coming. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, May 20th.
Hey.
That's right, May 20th. Perfect. And Emma Leviathan, she'll be there as well. What's it? 4 o'clock.
Is that when you wanted to do?
Yeah, that's the podcast, episode 22, I believe. Justin will be there to talk about his company and his and what his company, it's really trying to achieve. Rescuing the victims of human trafficking, sex trafficking, stuff like that. Emma Leviathan is interested in that. She wants to ask him some questions. He'll be there. I know Cameron will be here. Brendan will be here, and you should stop by too, Sasha.
Yeah, at 2 p.m. right at your time.
Yeah, and then
okay.
And I just need your. If you would follow me on Twitter. On Twitter, I can. Instagram. I got you on Instagram. Don't worry about it. I'll send you the code on Instagram. You could. Yeah.
Okay. It's because of the program, right? Like that. What you call
Melon.
it? That,
I'm using a Melon. Yeah. You just
Melon,
click on it and you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna open up a web page. Just click on it. It'll open up a web page in your web browser. You don't have to install any app or anything.
Yeah.
No.
May 20th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Friday, 4 o'clock. We'll do a 4 o'clock because Emma has to pick up her kid from school, and then she'll be ready at 4 o'clock. So May 20th, we'll do it. She's hiding here somewhere, this chick. Where is she? Come on. Where? I hear a helicopter.
But you know what?
I hear a helicopter. That's it. They're coming for me.
That's funny.
But I think I'm gonna leave them for today because of my friend, because he was asking for party chat.
Yeah, tell them to come on Wednesday. We can do it through Discord. On
Okay, okay.
because I'll be doing a Discord with the Steam Deck. That's if I get it on Wednesday, you know. Because you know how it is with UPS.
Yeah.
It might show up late, and if it shows up late, then I won't be able to do it. Then we have to reschedule it.
Yeah, of
Friday.
course. Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah. And honestly, the reason it's taking so long is because, you know, the StockX doesn't give me the option of the next day air. And I would have gladly paid, you know, whatever, $30 to get that shit next day air, but...
Yeah, it's true, they should have done that, right? Like you said with that, yeah.
I don't understand why they don't do that, because, I mean, they're not paying out of their pockets. I'm paying out of my pockets. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's stupid, man. Doesn't
Understand
make
the
any
logic.
sense, you know?
Yeah, it makes no sense. That's the only thing I don't like about them, is like, give me that option, you know? So that way I don't,
exactly, you know?
yeah, I don't have you guys wait like pregnant women waiting to give birth, you know, all these days. You know, like
So do you know with the StockX when you first get it? Not the StockX, but the Steam Deck when you first get it and you turn it on. Do you have do you have to log in with some type of profile? Like if you get a PlayStation, you got to log in. If you get an
Yes.
Xbox, you got to log in.
Probably
you
the
have to
Steam
log in
profile,
with a
right?
Steam profile, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Mamba told me that.
That makes-
Mamba said, yeah, he says Steam profile.
And then I imagine,
You gonna get one?
and then I imagine like all of the games that you own are gonna show up, and you have the option to like download them or whatever, or whichever ones will run like without you having to install like I think what did Mamba say he did? He installed Linux.
Linux, yeah.
To
You
run
have to
some
go
other
through
game?
some hoops, but you can do it. You know, it's not difficult. He
Yeah.
said. And then you got the Windows. You can use Windows and install a bunch of other things,
Yeah.
like PlayStation Now, Shadow, and other things. You know. Hell, you can even play Stadia
Damn.
through Steam Deck. Fuck, you know.
I guess you can put. I guess that you can do all that too. You can do Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon
yeah,
Video,
yeah.
and all of those things, right?
Yeah. It's like a portable computer, man. It's what it is. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a gaming
exactly.
service, but it's a portable PC. It's what it really is, honestly. If you really think about it. Where is this bitch hiding? You know what? Let's see. Maybe I can use Solid Eye.
Yeah, okay, and so guys, I will be back on Wednesday then.
Wednesday, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, no problem. Till Wednesday.
All right. Have a good day.
Till Wednesday, yeah. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, cheers, brother.
Yeah, hopefully it's Wednesday. If not, I'll let you guys know. Like I said, it's out of my control. You know, it's hard for me to know what UPS is gonna do. You know, but I keep my fingers crossed. You know.
Yeah, no problem.
But that's the plan. Wednesday is the plan.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Okay, so see you guys on
Thank you.
Wednesday.
All right.
Yeah, no
Wednesday.
problem, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, where is this? She's hiding. Where are you hiding? Yeah, man, you caught that COVID, huh? How does it feel, man? The fever comes in and out?
Yeah. Sucks.
So what do you guys do over there when you get COVID? I mean, you have to quarantine, but before you can go back to work, you have to go get tested and come back negative before they let you back, or how does it work?
The Mark II's batteries are about to
That's
run
alright.
out. Just letting you know.
So since you
For
started,
me-
so since you started like a new job now, well, how were they doing it with you with the COVID?
Who? Me?
You, Brandon, like since you started your new job and now you have COVID, you can't go to work,
Walmart.
right?
No, I have to get tested first, and then boom.
Well, I don't think it's I don't think, you know, it's got to be really tough on him. You know, when you got a congestion in your nose, when you got a headache, you cannot really focus. You cannot really think. It makes you really disabled.
Ugh.
So when you guys do a COVID test, like when you before you can go back to work, do you guys have to pay for that, or is that covered?
Mine's covered.
You have to pay for it actually.
Oh, you have to pay for yours?
Oh yeah. I had to pay.
Mine's free.
For like $100.
What?
Oh yeah.
Is that the rapid COVID? Is that the rapid one, or they have the rapid testing now? Right? Is that the rapid one or the regular?
It's the one where they shove something in your nose. You know, they go way up to your sinuses.
The rapid is up your throat. That's what he's talking about. I hate that one.
Well, they gotta profit money somehow, right? They're gonna profit money from this shit. Where is this bitch?
She's in Texas.
She's like Quantum, hiding.
Quantum.
It's a Quantum
This is
girlfriend.
Quantum. She's like, I don't care what he does.
Come on.
You should call her no. You should call her phone number tonight.
Trust me. That's all I need. Actually, that would... But see, if I do that, then I would put myself to his level. And people say, you're just like him, dude. You guys know different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have principles. I would never do that, dude. Even if somebody gave me her number, I would never. I was like, fuck you. I would report the guy and forget about that number that I saw. I wouldn't do that. Because I'm not an asshole like he is, you know. That's the whole point here. I don't stoop myself to his level. Because if I was that kind of a guy, I would have done that a long time ago. I would have done that a long time ago. If I was gonna be that guy.
Kinda sucks I can't hang with my mom.
But she's quarantined too, right?
Yeah. Everybody is.
Hold on. Let's change the weapon. I need some ammo, damn it. You know what? I'm gonna use a stun knife. Ammo! Here's the ammo. Damn it!
Snake! What happened? Snake? Snake!
Oh, she got me. Damn you!
Damn it.
I don't know if I'll have time to defeat this boss. I defeated her many times before. But as you can see, man, it runs really well on the PlayStation now. Like I really can't tell a difference. Yeah, I really can't tell a difference, man. I would be hard pressed to like to tell a difference that I'm on a PlayStation now. But yes, if they can do an emulator, you know, to play this natively, sure, of course.
Yeah, I'll play that.
But for the 3+ hours you're playing, it hasn't glitched once. It hasn't frozen.
No,
you haven't had
once.
to. You haven't had to restart it. Nothing. It's. You know,
Not
so-
once. I see you. Where'd she go? And the latency, like, it's so good too. That's another thing.
Yeah, the XCloud. I don't know why I play that.
I really wasn't impressed with the xCloud, to be honest with you. I expected more from the Azure, because they were all, you know, beating their chest how Azure is the best, you know, whatever. If it's the best, then, you know, you shouldn't have any issues. It should run flawlessly.
Yeah.
Where are you hiding? She's over here. Damn it. Oh, she was up on the roof. See you. Come out.
Warriors, I'm about to play.
Yeah, that was the Warriors. Come out to play. Warrior. Come out to play.
That movie's probably banned.
Yeah, that was Walter Hill, famous film director. That was a great movie. She's playing those games. Okay. No, nothing is wrong. I just want you to show yourself. I hate using this solid eye. That's not her. That's just a fake. Where? I think I found her. I think I found you.
Alright guys, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna have a meal.
Go ahead, me too, man. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this because, you know, I mean, I already beat this boss before, but I'm gonna have to get going too.
So let me know for Wednesday. I'll be here if you're doing it on Wednesday. If not, we'll do it on Friday.
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep you guys posted for sure. You know.
All right.
Thank you, Cameron,
Brandon.
for being here.
All right, Brandon. Have a good day. Feel better. Take care, Ed.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you, brother. You too. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll see you Wednesday, probably. Most likely Wednesday.
Yeah.
It really depends on that UPS delivery, honestly. If not, then if it comes late, then we'll do a Friday.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there.
I know. Thank you. Well, you can't go anywhere. You're stuck at home.
Until Friday.
Yeah.
Next week.
Just you try and find me.
Yeah. My brother-in-law got it too.
Yeah. Where are you hiding, bitch? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come here, bitch. Where did you go? Come here.
It kind of sucks I can't get my mom something for Mother's Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving soon too. I'm gonna try to defeat this bitch and then I'm gonna try to
Dude, you getting Tier 3, right?
What's that?
You getting Tier 3 for the PlayStation?
Oh yeah, Tier 3 for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get it.
Well, Tier 3 is the best tier, and for me, that's what I want. You know, I want the best of the best, so Tier 3 is definitely what I'm looking forward to. It gets everything included, man. It's the best deal. It's only $18 a month, and you got everything included, man. Can't go wrong.
I can't wait. That's gonna crap on probably Xboxes, is that?
Well, in the beginning, it's gonna be kind of slow, you know, by the time the games show up. But I think by the end of the year and the beginning of next year, you'll see the PlayStation Premium become a very awesome service, man. You'll see a lot of people jumping on a Tier 3.
Yeah, like when they did Game Pass did in the beginning. Ooh.
Just you try and find me.
Alright, this bitch is hiding too much, man. If I wasn't pressed for time, I probably would have defeated this boss. But since I'm pressed for time, and I don't think I'll be able to finish this. Not that I'm, I played this before. I finished her. It's just I don't think I have time right now to do this shit because I'm pressed for time. Not that it matters. You guys know what happens. You play this game. I don't need to tell you. You know exactly what happens. She tells you a story on how she became what she became. Just right now, it's like 5 o'clock, 5:30, and I'm running out of time.
Yeah, it's getting.
Yeah.
Snake, come here.
Where are you hiding now, bitch? Come on.
I might be right back and get you some water.
Alright, go ahead. I think I'm gonna get going too. I just want to see if I can finish this. If not, I really gotta get going. Because I really don't have time for this, man. If I was off, if I wasn't working my other jobs, I'd definitely finish this shit, but I don't have time to play ping pong with this fucking lady, hiding and seek and shit like that.
I don't know how that feels.
Put the rations on. Alright, where's this bitch? She morphs into the all kinds of objects and shit. That's her.
Just you.
Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch.
Naomi? It's another mimic! Watch out, Snake!
Hold on. Fuck, I need ammo up him. The ammo is never there when I need it. Oh, there it is. Where is this bitch? Oh, here we go. Get up, get up. Fuck, I need more ammo. Alright, come here, bitch. Let's dance.
Yep.
Let's dance, bitch. I could swear she wants to dance.
So once you get dropped in the head.
Oh, I'm almost done with this bitch. Come here. Fuck. Need some ammo. Ammo! Up 'em. Got the ammo. Come on, bitch. Come here. I'm your daddy. Ammo! Ammo up 'em. Where's Upham with the ammo, dude? When you need it.
Or your secretary.
Exactly. I need the ammo, damn it. Alright, that's it, bitch. Come on. Oh, that's how you want to play this.
What a bit.
Alright. Oh, come on.
Respond! Snake!
Well, I don't have time, you know. I was this close to killing her, whatever. If you play the game, you know what happens next. You know, I don't need to tell you. I'm not doing a walkthrough of this game. I was just showing the demo as we were talking about the PlayStation Now and other things. Clearly, you can see that the PlayStation Now works just great. This game works just great. You can watch that previous video that I did last night, the live stream, for nearly 4 hours, 3 hours and 44 minutes. Works great. This is all on the PlayStation Now. PlayStation 3 games work just fine on the PlayStation Now. Haven't any issues, any problems. But it will get only better with this new service. You know, with this new service, it'll only get better. And this is just the beginning, obviously. So, thank you all for being here on this Mother's Day Sunday afternoon. It's great. I love having this conversation with you guys. I can't believe it's been almost 4 hours, you know, 3 hours and 38 minutes.
Yeah.
And we had a great 12-hour live stream. Actually, 13 hours. It's just the YouTube cannot handle 13 hours and half. It was a 12-hour live stream of Days Gone. If you missed that, I highly suggest that you watch the Days Gone. Great great game. I talked about Days Gone. I talked about my conversation with Jeff Ross, and who is part of Ben Studios, was part of Ben Studios, and the petition that's signed, that's out there, change.org, petition, 167,000 signatures demanding for Sony to do a sequel for Days Gone. And if you haven't played the Days Gone, it's truly a very unique masterpiece of its own that should be recognized and definitely deserves a sequel. Just like this game, it's a masterpiece. Days Gone was a masterpiece in my opinion. So you can check that out, and then I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully Wednesday, depending on the UPS guy. If it comes late, like 8 o'clock at night or something, then we'll have to reschedule it for Friday. But I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know if it's Wednesday or Friday. If it's Wednesday, then you'll know about it, and I'll be doing a live stream, and I'll leave a community feed. Check my community feed, check my Twitter. That's where you can find out what's happening next on the community feed, on YouTube, and the Twitter. I will let you know what I'm doing, and you'll be able to see it if you are subscribed. All right, other than that, I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Cameron.
Welcome.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, everybody. And till next time, till Wednesday, hopefully, or Friday. Also, don't forget May 20th. We're doing a podcast with Justin at 4 o'clock. That's going to be great. And there'll be plenty of videos and live streams coming from me May 20th. For like 10 days, you'll see plenty of me. You'll probably get bored of me. And you'll see, a bunch of cool stuff we'll be doing. So the best is yet to come. So just stick around. I like to try different things. I like to mix things up. That's how I roll. That's how I do things, So I'm gonna end this and enjoy your Mother's Day. Make sure you thank your mothers, because they did carry you in their wombs for 9 months, and they gave birth to you. They gave you this opportunity to be alive. So give your thanks to them. It's the least you can do. You should do more than that. Buy them gifts, and take them out to a nice dinner or a nice luncheon. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day, and have a nice Mother's Day Sunday and evening. Cheers. Be good, guys. Love you all. Take care.